Welcome to season 3 of the ICL. It starts tonight, and we are playing Katie's favorite game, which is now my favorite game, just by proxy. It's happening. Guess who's that caster? Just by the sound of my voice, who are we
Well,
listening to?
I'm assuming it's not Katie since you said you weren't Katie. But who knows? Maybe you are a lying Katie. That could
Could be.
be. It could be
It
that.
could be.
It could
Gotten
be that.
real good at impressions. Oh, 100% Jay-Z.
Skydon
And
is just like,
Katie.
boom, that's you for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah,
I
100% is
got
me.
guessed.
Yo, lock in. I'm upside down because I'm in Australia. That's my best JDZ. I'm never going to do that again. Don't tell him I did that, you guys. I'm sorry.
I didn't
Oh.
even know you were doing a JDZ there until you said don't tell him because I couldn't tell.
until I literally said I'm JDZ. Lock in. Does that not sound right? All right. Well,
I'm
and
JDZ, and you need to lock in and get ready for some ICL action. Yes, get that shrimp on the Barbie and get ready to go. Hopefully that didn't break your eardrums, because I got a little excited.
I did turn you down a little bit, and we are good to go. Now, welcome. Thanks, Spartan Sickle. That is apparently my new name, JDZ. Sup, fungus? I'm ready. I got our 2 packs for Pack Rush, so yeah, we got it. All right, welcome ICL. We're doing it. We got SLTC plus against Ink Pass, which you know what? Up until I told you guys, I found out at the same time as you. This is who we have featured tonight on season 3. Is it 3 packs? You got to be kidding me! Oh no, Pack Rush is only 2,
It
right?
should only, it's 2. It should be 1. I mean, I'm an
We're
MTG
not doing.
purist. All right, and here's my reasoning on why it should be 1.
Okay,
First
welcome to
of
the
all,
ICL, everybody.
First of all, pack rushes should be something that you do when you're opening boxes. Like, so if you're like, while it is fun to just crack packs and get your card, it's also kind of fun to play a game with your product, right? And so, especially, I'm not condoning gambling, but if you like to gamble,
Oh, Luke, we don't anti here. Chill out.
I know people that would pack rush and the winner takes the cards, right?
Mm-hmm,
And so
mm-hmm.
you each open a box and you're going. And obviously, me and my friends do stipulations, as in if it's an enchanted, we're either splitting it or the opener keeps it. You know, like
Oh
I'm not,
man.
I don't like to gamble, honestly. I only like to win. Um, but yeah. So if you only do 1 pack, you get to do more pack rushes. That's basically my reasoning on why I prefer 1 pack over 2. But I
Yeah,
also
but
play
Packers,
Pack Wars, not Pack Rush. Slight
oh,
difference.
I was gonna say because Backrush you get to use the like thing as ink, so you start out with 2 ink,
So
and then we're off to the races, and it's kind of
yeah,
fun,
the
and I like
difference
that.
between Pack Rush and Pack Wars is Pack Wars you just take a dice and every turn you up it by 1, and you just get free ink and you don't ink any of the cards from your hand. So you play all the cards that you have and you just get free ink every turn. You look so confused.
Because I'm like, I have an ad right now, and like the ad is for like your facts, your future, and it was literally a girl like ODing and having the like the ambulance called on her. Like I don't know why I'm getting that targeted ad, but that's crazy. That was a crazy. Did anybody else get that ad? That was haunting.
I ruined a watch streak with a late night post DLC stream. You weren't up at 2 in the morning? I was barely up. I'll tell you what, I'm still
I was like,
recovering from like that weekend thing. Like I did not
that
sleep
was
last
crazy.
night until noon today, until 2:30 to try to reset my sleep schedule. I'm purposely making myself tired so I can actually fall asleep. I've been staying up till 2 or 3. That may or may not be related to the addiction of TFT that people such as Colors Law has gifted me recently.
Yeah, I do stay up until about 1 in the morning playing TFT. Not
I
gonna lie.
heard JDZ uses the stomach of a live crocodile as a pillow.
It was already 10 p.m. your time, and you were already in bed. That's probably like a responsible time to go to bed, right? I don't know. I think I go to bed probably around like 10 o'clock, but then I lay in bed playing TFT until like 1 a.m. So
See,
technically, I'm in bed.
I used to think TikTok and Instagram is what would like prevent me from sleeping as I would doom scroll, but I actually find I fall asleep fast. I still stay up way too late doing it. But like Instagram and or TikTok will maybe keep me up for 2 hours. TFT will keep me up until I forcefully pry my phone. Like it's basically when my phone goes beep beep, low battery, you were at 70% and now you're at 10%, you should go to bed. Because
No,
I'll
I
purposely
feel like I
not
have to
plug
like
it
that.
in at that
So
time, just
it's
so it
usually
forces me.
I have to leave. I have to like lose like 3 in a row, and then I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'm quit. Really
Warku.
rage quit.
Are you coming up to Ink Ink? Who are we gonna see at Ink Ink this weekend?
Oh yeah, I'm
You
so
know,
excited.
shout out in chat if I'm gonna see you. Make sure you come say hi. I think we're doing a meet and greet Friday night a little
Mhm.
bit, and then we'll be casting all day on Saturday and Sunday. But I'm sure I'll be running back and forth, going all over. We'll have interviews going on, so make sure to say
Mhm.
hi if you're there.
Mhm. Yeah, we're gonna be there. We are also going to be square. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'm super excited. It's gonna be me, Katie, Brent, JDZ,
Garrick.
Garrick. There's gotta be like 8 more of us, right? I feel like there's like 20 more of us.
So you,
Is that
me,
really just it? Uh-huh.
Brent,
Mm-hmm.
Garrick,
Sure.
JDZ, Katie.
Yes. Yep.
6.
There's only 6 of us? Not really. So
Only
here's the
6
thing.
of
Can we
us?
tell them that like so did you
I
guys
don't know.
who here was here like who watched the last Ink Ink? Did you
Worker's
guys
gonna be
watch
there.
that? Oh hello. Did you guys watch the last Ink Ink? Yeah, it was me and
I was busy
Garrick,
playing and winning it.
JDZ, Baker. Yeah, I know you were too busy winning. Uh and Kawa and Kim. And we all it was a 3-person cast. 3 people at once casting.
I got to watch it. I was basically like the child. I don't know if you saw the popular video recently of like the child watching another child's birthday party from afar. Like that was me at the event.
Mm.
I'm like
Mm.
sitting literally late. It was also like kind of hot at that time.
J-Bomb.
So I was like
Well,
laying
J-Bomb,
on the
you were doing
floor in front
interviews.
of a fan,
Yeah, you were on
just
the floor.
watching them
Literally,
cast over there. It
you
looked like a
actually
blast.
walked in and collapsed at one point, and Kawa and I
Oh,
stopped, and
checked
we were
on
like,
me.
"Are you okay?" And you were like, "Yeah, I'm good." And J-Bomb, you were doing interviews, so yes, J-Bomb was like literally holding it down, doing interviews in the corner. But I was talking about like it's literally 3 of us in the booth at once. And let me tell you, I think it'll be great this time because with like the group that we're with, we cast with each other all the time, right? It was my first time casting with Baker. It was my first time casting with Kim. It was my first time casting with Kawa. And they're like, all right, all 3 of you get in there and figure each other out. And it was just like, when do I talk? When do I not talk? When do I? And I never shut up. So it was just.
Oh, I can tell. As I'll get to see because it's going to be you and me for the first 2 rounds. And then most likely JDZ. And then his partner, it's probably going to be Liam.
Okay.
It could be Brent. Who knows? Like, we like to do some surprises around here. You know, It's a fun time at the ICL. We got about 8 minutes. I guess we can kind of talk a little bit about. Well, I guess we'll say who's playing in the first round. We have Asuka playing for SLTC. She's new to the team this year. The roster has adjusted a few players, and you may have heard of her before. She did just win a CCQ. Let me check really quickly which CCQ that was.
This is the one in Axiom, literally this weekend?
Stockholm Open CCQ? I think that was recently.
Right,
Maybe
right,
that
yeah,
was... Because CCQs is only this season, right? We didn't do that in season 1. So, yeah. So, she's qualified for EUC. That's the abbreviations I'm using. NAC, EUC, North American Continentals, and European Continentals. So, that's what we're going to say. So, she's already qualified there. And one of her accomplishments is future ICL champion. Now, some people might think, oh, that's kind of twice. Maybe Asuka and some other secret new players for the secret Lorcana testing crew. Club? Crew? Group? Club.
Colt.
I think it's
I'm
club.
just kidding. I'm kidding.
Colt,
I'm kidding.
possibly?
I'm kidding.
I mean, this isn't Blue Steel land. So, you know, they might have it there. And Ink Pass is nope. I was gonna say it wrong.
Serafina.
Serafina, such an awesome name.
Mhm.
And she has, I think it said a couple set champs, and there was. I should have 2 copies of this open, so I don't have to scroll between the 2 teams. That would be smart. But I'm not smart.
ATB goes back.
Got
to
a card
back
reveal. That's what it
Destiny.
was.
The baby says.
Do you know off the top of your head which card it was that was revealed?
Oh.
You shifted all the way to the left. What is that?
Yeah, so my problem is like my
Your
headset is
headset.
dying, and then I have to plug it in, and then it's like, okay, we got a little bit. We got a little bit
of those phone
I need
chargers.
literally anything else. I need just I need a lifeline at this point. It's really, yep. So if I can get this going like this, and then maybe I can go like that. Oh, and it's not so bad. Hey, it's actually.
What can I do here?
What can I do? Oh, my green screen will run out eventually. Okay. It's less bad.
That worked.
I should shift the camera. Yeah, but like the green screen only has so much to give, you know? So I was kind of afraid of what would happen, but we're good to go. And the fact that I don't have a better solution is crazy.
So I just have like a big power bank. I put a cord on it and I do that. Or I just have a longer cord. Do you not have a 6-foot long cord for your phone?
No. I mean, it's like.
All right, hit me up in chat. How many of you have like super long cords just to charge your phone and use it while in your bed? Like,
should have had your headphones charging earlier. Crazy thing, I've been using them all day. So it was either now or earlier that I was going to be this like kind of thing. But
if Momentum wants to sponsor me for these $250 headphones that, I mostly bought because they have 160-hour battery length time for this very reason, please give us that ICL sponsorship. That would be right? That would be fire.
That way that our viewers don't have to watch me be in just, I don't know. It's fine. You guys are fine. Look at this. It's like we're rocking sideways. But it is like putting tension on one side of my head. It is aggravating. So we will get this charged in half a second. And then when the match is done, then I'll unplug it and we'll be good. So you can just deal with it. I have to deal with it. This is where we're at. Welcome to the ICL.
Just matter of fact.
Yeah, I mean, hey, like, or I could let it die and I could just do like echolocation for the rest of the stream. Ink Pass. Let's see. Losing die rolls, winning games. Oh, that's bold, and I actually really love that.
Like
okay, hold up. That's good. That's really good. I like. You know what? I'm gonna be on the draw, but that's fine. I'm stronger on the draw, more powerful. Let's see. These ads are kind of weird. I know. I was like, the ad just kind of popped up for me, and I was just like, what am I looking
at? It's good to get these ads out of the way.
Get them out of the way.
We only have 3 ad pauses, and I try to get it set up in a way that I will be pushing to run the ad as soon as they finish games. That way we don't have to pause it, but I will use those ad pauses if they try to force us to watch an ad right at a good moment,
Subscribers do not suffer ads.
Yeah. I don't like to shill myself. I don't know why it is a bad habit of mine, but since chat brought it up, you can give me money, I guess. All right.
How much is YouTube Turbo or whatever? What is that? Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, I guess we'll get into it.
No. We can. So one of the things we are changing is the feature match and the background matches that are all happening at the same time. We're all sharing like the same clock, I do believe. So hopefully they'll start it here in a moment. Or they'll post the time and then I'll click start so we keep a track of it. And so what this is going to do is as soon as this game's done, we're going to hop back into the booth and chit chat for a few moments while I find another match that's still playing. We're going to jump right in, and we're going to catch the tail end of that match. Then we're going to hop back into the booth when the round's over, chit-chat for a few moments, then jump back to our feature match. Now, if this feature match is done at 2-0, and they're still going to play their third game, but if it happens at 2-0, we're going to jump over and watch another match so we can catch the ending to see who wins that match. Mostly because one of the other things we're changing this season, instead of games mattering, the players did not care for that. I was one of the few people who liked it. Everyone else did not. So, we're going to change it back to matches are more important. So we want to see those tiebreakers, those important deal-breaking game threes. So we're going to start jumping to those. And we're no longer doing post-game interviews with the players, but the players have a chance to get interviews done on the side by J-Bomb and Gabriel, or Gabe. And we'll have a big video later of all those together, so you'll be able to watch all of the interviews, and they'll do deck techs and all sorts of cool stuff like that. So I'll try to link that later. Ninja Harley, owner of Additional Ink, who's in this league this season. We might end up jumping to one of their games.
This is so cool. I told you, I was telling them in my stream earlier, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what we changed, what's different, but like, that's super cool. So now we get to like do like other cool stuff. That's awesome.
We also decided to put funds directly into Discord. And I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell. Look how crisp her board looks.
Oh, cool.
So we have, instead of 720, 30 frames per second, we're up to 1080 at 60 frames a second. So it should be a much more pleasurable viewing experience for everyone here.
It's like we're professionals. Oh, that's a really cute hand token. It's like Marie from Aristocats. And it's just like a super cute hand token. And it's gone. That's crazy. We like leveled up so hard, and I was like, really, I'm finding all this out in real time because I'm like, Luke, ICL's tonight. Is there like anything changed? He's like, literally no. And now I'm like, wait, there's actually so many changes.
Literally did not say that.
We were just like, no, same as usual. It's not the same as usual. He's like going to check. He's like, did I say that? Is that what I said? You said same as normal. Those are 3 cards. And we are probably sending it back. Shout out to Seraphina's Pixelborn mat, right? The OG Pixelborn mat that you could get back in the day. We love that. But then that's going in. Asuka has a champion mat of the Stockholm Open CCQ. That is a flex. Like both flexes in their own right? Like that's kind of cool. We got our OG Pixelborn mat versus our Hey, I literally won Stockholm, which just insane. We love that. Or we've got like a weird.
So I like glance at chat and I see there's a player cap, and then Malicious is crying.
They're all like crying. Yeah. I was like, I watched over. I was like, oh, we'll let them battle that out. I was like, we'll go back to the game. Which again, shout out to these players. I'm so excited to be back on the ICL. I told Luke today, I was like, I don't even remember how to cast, but we're figuring it out. And I do love it. So I'm going to try to unplug this headset because it is going to drive me insane. And if it dies, then we'll be back. We'll be back and you guys can make fun of me, or you can, send me the link to a really long cord that's, decently affordable. But anyway, all right, we're back. Oh, crap. All right, hold on. Okay. So we've got the ketchup and mustard sleeve combination, which we do love that. Ketchup and mustard. What? Oh, great. He's talking. If it's a yellow, blue mirror, yes to the fried chicken. Hello, Enchanted Chatter. Welcome to the night. The first. Oh, my goodness.
Did you like all watching Colors Law just shut down there for a second when I was talking to the judges, but you couldn't hear me? And she just instantly stopped. But yet, if
Yeah.
I tried to talk about the game, she would not just stop. She would keep talking.
Because he goes, and I'm like, what's he gonna say? What is he gonna say? And then you started talking to the judges, and I was like, now we're in it. Now I'm not recovering. We're not doing well. And this is the behind the scenes thing. I promised you guys I was gonna be like 5% more professional coming from my stream to the stream. And it turns out the 5% was all in the blazer. And that's it. That's all that changed. Still completely fried up here, but the blazer makes it look more professional. And I think that's really what matters. As I think we're waiting for the players here to all start together. We are going to work on the same time thing. So we're trying to get, I'm pretty sure, like 1,000 people lined up to be working at the same time, which is like, I don't know if you've tried to organize something with a lot of people at once. I'm assuming it's kind of hard. So we're getting it. We're making it happen. We're blazing. It's all the jacket. I know.
Oh man.
Which is kind of funny because like my chair makes it look like my shoulder pads are even bigger than what they are, which is like
YouTube did its thing where it auto-privated itself again.
I don't know what that means.
So when you multi-stream, once you start streaming to YouTube, you'll find out. So if you private stream is a way that you could like just let certain people watch your stream.
Sure.
But it's been automatically turning my videos to that without asking.
That seems like really bad. And also you're like, well, when you start streaming, it's like I'll tell you when you're older. When you start streaming on your own, like, oh, when you become a multi-streamer, you'll know. But yeah, I think we're just hanging out waiting. I know, right? Oh.
So we're gonna basically be cutting to this screen here to make sure we don't miss any action, but we might be watching them wait for the clock to start a little bit instead of us being in the booth. If that makes a little bit sense. Set Lorcana streams to Riftbound only.
You and the rifts. Back to the rifts with ye. But don't leave. But like leave that in the rifts. And we are waiting here. Waiting actually really patiently. Look at you guys.
I think it's just about to fire up.
Okay. I don't know. Did we roll dice already? I have no idea. This is the ICL, and Luke made secret rules that he will tell you only
Secret
when
rules.
the time is
Secret
come.
rules.
They are secret rules that you only get to know if you are Luke. And that's it. That's the
or
list.
if you pay attention to the Discord.
Listen, if it's not in the direct group chat, which I might accidentally dox once again. Okay. All right. We got a virtual fist bump and we're going. Okay, we get to see who's on the play because you know what? They're going to play a card first. And Asuka is on the play. We're going to Inca sail the Azurite Sea to play a Basil. Is it Blurple? Is it Emerald Steel? What are we doing? It's not a whole new world. It's not a whole new world. It's literally the same world as we Inca Tipo.
Dude, it's a whole new
and
season.
Pass. It's a Sapphire Mirror. Who knows what is the other color pairing with this, but I'm assuming Amethyst will be represented in some shape, form, or fashion. And if it's a Blurple Mirror, I might screech like an owl.
Well, get ready. I don't know, but I'm just assuming. It's a Tipo. It could be
It's
Emerald.
Yeah, it's not, because that is a Junior Woodchuck guidebook into the Inkwell as we play a Tipo and take the Basil onto a quest.
Seraphina could be on Emerald Sapphire. Did I say it wrong again? Your eyes kind of did a thing.
I'm just like kind of. No, we're
Mono
just
Sapphire. Here we are.
Mono Sapphire as we Inca Tipo to play Sail to Inca Basil to play a Basil. All right. We're Sapphire gamers at this point.
It could be detectives. It could be detectives of some sort. Most likely we're watching a Blurple Mirror.
I don't think that such is Sapphire. Yes, I don't think that Emerald Sapphire really play. Do they play Basil? Come on, guys. Oh, Fungus is here for it. You've only seen Sapphire from Seraphina. Yeah, this is Mono Sapphire, but I think we have turned it over to Asuka's turn as we try to figure out what we're going to do. And the thing is, we're going to ink a Tigger to play a Dumbo, which we cannot do
It's
anything, but he is breaking records and winning things.
I
Eventually.
always can't tell if it's a Tigger or a Sven. I guess I should look at the up left corner for the ink ability. But like it's just
Yeah.
like a big snowy background with a character in the middle kind of dancing around a little bit, and I can't.
So
I
we
just
went
can't.
ahead and inked another Basil to play down a Dumbo. So now we have your Dumbo staring at my Dumbo, but my Dumbo is kind of signed and I think has some art on it. So that Dumbo on Seraphina's side might actually be a little bit stronger than the Dumbo on Asuka's side. Thoughts? No thoughts. All right, as we go ahead and
I was like,
exert
read,
and
look
re-exert.
over here. Thoughts? I'm like, are we talking about Dumbo on Dumbo action here, or whether or not we're drawing off the Dumbo?
All right, so we exerted one to pay one, gain one,
'Cause
and draw one from Dumbo's world's greatest criminal breaking minds as Tipo goes to the inkwell, and we play a Tigger to bounce back our
that is big.
we bounce back
Basil, the
your
Basil.
Basil.
And the reason this is big is because Asuka had a chance to play her own Elsa, take out the like quest with Basil, pump up Elsa, take out Dumbo, right? But she didn't have it. So to prevent her opponent from having it, Seraphina from having it and doing the exact same thing, she bounces it. So now, it's not a clean trade. If she wants to answer the Dumbo, she has to use the Dumbo. She no longer has the shift. That was a pretty heads up play and like a really good example of how Tigger has been impactful even in these mirrors. Because obviously its main job is to not lose to Lilos, right? Or some pesky Nalas. But
Right. We did see the Elsa come on down, though. Exert that Basil, take the Basil out. So now that kind of takes away that power, and our Dumbo did crash into your Dumbo. So signed and doodled Dumbo did take down the non-doodled Dumbo. As we play at Asuka's side, she's got another Dumbo. She's got another one. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. As Asuka does have a plethora of cards in hand as we check, and
I think the signature should give resist one, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. As we do take the Tigger on a little questy quest, getting up onto 5, holding the Tipo back though. Tipo's not
realized, and I should have realized it sooner because I know you don't like doing it, and that's why we didn't do it. Is you didn't bring it up. We didn't do predictions.
We talked about this on my stream. You guys know, the real ones know the answer to this, but you'll never get me, Luke. I won't do it. Not here.
It's on you. You don't get to talk about the games until you say who's going to win this one, but I'm going to go first. I'm going to go for SLTC and Asuka, mostly because she's crushing currently on the board and she's already qualified. They got finals last season. I think they're going to do it, but Ink Pass is not going to make it an easy fight. I don't think it's just going to be a quick, easy 2-0, 2-0. No, I think it's going to be some real close games, and it's going to be a great time to watch.
Thank you so much for the answer, Sky. It is Blurple who's going to win this one. As we see, we're going to go ahead and exert 5 ink. And what are we playing?
That is not a prediction. That is not a prediction.
Hades looking for a deal. It's another Elsa, as we are going to go ahead and exert that Tipo, get him down, and challenge in. Just kidding. We are singing Let It Go.
I was just like, why are we doing this? But this makes perfect sense because now we can do multiple things.
Absolutely. We went ahead and sang the Dumbo on Let It Go with our damaged Elsa, then exerted the Tipo, challenged in, and got rid of him. So the Tipo could have quested, didn't quest. Now he's gone.
This is how strong the caster's curse is. The moment I said SLTC had this, all of a sudden Dumbo's getting taken down. Another Elsa's coming down. Evasives versus a non-evasive. Ink Pass is like, hold my ink, I've got this. Like, let's go! Wasabi!
Wasabi comes into play. He is allowed to come in, and when he does, he breaks an item. He also has evasive, and he also has quite a bit of strength on him. So it's a great card
about that.
In a dog's world. It's a great card otherwise, but right here, he's an evasive boy.
Yeah, the fact that he has quasi alert, quasi Dumbo evasive,
Oh, based on your turn.
yeah, is pretty solid.
JDZ. JDZ is in the
JDZ with the
building.
sub. A down under sub. A sub
I think
from
he's
down under.
I think he's Blake, but we are going to go ahead and boost the Cheshire Cat, taking the 2 damage off of our Elsa and throwing it. Hey, let's throw it onto the Tigger. Go ahead, challenge in. And that is going to clean up the Tigger, him being a 4-3, leaving 4 damage on our Elsa. But that's fine because we got the Cheshire Cat, which is just a special tool that we'll have for later.
Yeah, and while it is a Blurple on Blurple matchup, both of these players are playing lightning fast and playing very well. Which traditionally that's why sometimes some mirrors are torture. When each player takes 2 minutes to think about every play, it really it drives the William Shatner out of most people. That was the way he talks, not act like after I said it, I was like, oh, that actually kind of sounds like something else. But I was mostly to mean that he takes so long to just say what he's saying. As I say, is the caster curse is in effect because then Asuka has to tank for a second. Or possibly had to go AFK for a second.
Might have passed out, might be there, might be just thinking about the fact that they have to play a Blurple Mirror. But we did see Seraphina pass their turn with the Junior Woodchuck Guidebook coming down, which is going to be able to be popped next turn. Draw her 2 cards, as we did see her pass with 0 cards in hand. As now, I think we are going to go ahead and clean up that other Elsa with our Wasabi having 2 damage. And then we're just going to Hades your cat. That's the Elsa.
Oh.
We're going to Hades the Elsa, and we're going to leave the cat because we're not scared of the cat.
So
because we're gamers.
There's no damage to move directly to Wasabi to take it out. So the worst case scenario is you challenge and then whatever. So like a Demona could be pretty brutal. Like a Demona exert, challenge the opposing Hades, and then move some damage off a cat to take out the Wasabi, even though it probably actually isn't a great play now that I like word it out. So in general, I think Asuka did a good job, which is probably why she tanked for half a second, because she had options and it was a difficult position to go.
Now we see 2 inexplicable cats.
But this...
Is that like the inexplicables? The inexplicables are here, as we are going to just go ahead and boost for fun, and we're going to boost the other one because we probably have something in our deck that will let us bounce those back to hand. So, or we're just being ink efficient. So, who knows? Like I love it. Just
there was 2 plays there. She could have challenged and then paid 4 and moved 3 damage on to the Hades, which then would have saved her cat. But if Asuka has a cat of her own, then it's quite punishing. But if she doesn't, then that could have been a way to answer it. That said, I don't know if I think she did the right play. I don't know if the risk of exerting our cat is worth it just for Wasabi. But now we can't even do that.
As we do get our Hades Let It Go. So we are going to go ahead and hard play Let It Go onto the cat, which is kind of fine, but she chose the one with only the 2 boosted cards instead of, or the 1 boosted card instead of the 2. So it only ramped her by 2, which, hey, if you got 1,000 ink and no cards in hand, then it doesn't really help you. But we've got a few cards here as we Demona with 2 cards in hand, drawing 1. And that means Asuka will now get to draw 2 cards as well. So Demona's a big body. Big body.
Oh, Hades going into the inkwell.
Do you know?
And now Kitty Cat gets to eat up, finish off the Wasabi. So let's hope these 3 cards were good for Asuka. It does look like she's in a terrible spot, but if you've watched these matchups, you'll know that out of nowhere can come back. And
we went on a quest because he's only evasive on your turn, so we opted to go for a quest. We said, I don't care, I'd like some lore. You're at 6, I'm at 2, we're going on a quest. Your Wasabi can't hurt me. It's not real. That's not how that works. Sorry.
I would probably play cat, move damage onto cat, and challenge in with Wasabi, because the cat can be quite scary, especially with some Demonas, but at the same time, if Asuka can just like go genie into genie or something crazy like that, all of a sudden, like,
If Asuka can play the two best,
hey,
the two copies of the best card in her deck back to back,
I don't always lose to genie, but when I do, they go genie into genie. That's just how it works.
Well, we exerted 3, so it's probably not a genie, but it is our own cat. So we can go ahead and heal up the wasabi, which is going to be a little punishing, but not too terrible. Actually, no, we can. We can move the damage over to the cat, and then we can challenge in, and now your cat is gone. And also our wasabi is gone. Why did we do that? Because wasabi is a 3,
the wasabi is less important.
3/3. He's a 3/3
than that pesky kitty. The cat kind of makes the evasive wars really rough.
Also, wasabi is a 3/3 and the cat is a 3/4, so we had to move the damage in order to be able to have enough to banish and take out the cat, because that is how math works. So I do that's why we did that. See, that's why Asuka's on the ICL and I'm just talking about it.
It was also the play I mentioned, I think, a turn and a half ago.
Luke can see the future as we go ahead and exert, I'm assuming 5 hit sticks for another Demona. I do.
My Demona. Every time I see that card, it just instantly pops into my head.
I can hear, Baker. I can hear Baker doing that. As we sail the Azurite Sea was probably one of the cards that we ended up getting from our Demona. But hey, now we've exerted your cat. The cat is sideways, and the Demona is approximately like a 930 as far as like strength goes.
This is
Tipo.
She did not draw good cards off that Demona. Nope. Sail into Tipo and inking off of... Well, all right. So if she put that face down immediately... Okay, there. Yep. Judge was on it. I was like, she has to reveal it if she wants to put it readied. She could, because she did play the sail, so she could have inked again.
Mm-hmm.
One card in hand, hopefully for her... It's the third Demona.
Sorry. I'm like, what? I mean, you're like, okay, if it's the third Demona, if she draws 2 genies, Luke is living in his own wonderland of plays. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the third Demona. It's 4
I play to my outs and not to lose to things like my opponent top decking genie into genie.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. All right, so we're taking, it's just Hades looking for a deal, and we're going to go, are we choosing the healthy Demona? So
if she lets her draw 2, it's definitely a Demona in her hand. All right, well, it's not.
It's probably another.
It's not a Demona.
Let's go. Let's put that on the bottom. We don't even care. But the follow-up, the classic 1-2 punch from the Hades looking for a deal. You're gonna put it on the bottom of your deck. Sick. I have removal for the other thing. As now you have no board and a Tipo.
I don't always chain Demona and Demona, but when I do, I draw Tipo sail.
Ugh. Imagine. Can you imagine?
I missed the ad break.
Like
I missed
a good card?
I missed pausing it. I'm a terrible person.
Hades, not looking for a deal. He's in the Infernal Schemer. Is there a downside to this? Well, the only downside was your card face down and into the inkwell. But now we have a Basil hanging out next to a growing boy who's going on a quest, hanging out next to the literal Lord of the Dead. So you can only get that here in Disney Mercado. So what ad? Heyo. Hey,
yeah,
Junior
I blinked for a second.
Off the top.
My wife comes through the door. I look back, and all of a sudden, the board's swapped again. Like, into the inkwell, everything goes.
Blurple swinging one way and the other, and it looks like the Demona cards for Asuka were much better as we get a Dumbo into a Cheshire Cat, which is pretty good. I mean, again, we have our small mouse, our tiny boy, and the Lord of our Dead. So,
third Dumbo.
We're blurpling. Blurple is doing Blurple things. Oh! Another Tipo come down.
I told you.
Fungus, make it make sense. Oh, Tipo, Basil, Tipo, Hades. Come on. And if we turn our Hades sideways, you're going to do some cat shenanigans, and then you'll get to draw off the Dumbo. Woo! Is it okay if we have Horseman Strikes in your Blurple deck? No, that's cheating. You cannot do that, Skydoll. Cannot. Yeah, it's a little rough. It's a little rough if you keep ripping Tipos and Sails off of your Demona triggers, off of all of your draw. You want the suffer cards at the beginning of the game with maybe a little sprinkle of the Hades near the end. You don't want to see all of your Sapphire cards at the mid part of the game when you're trying to develop anything meaningful. As we see another Hades who's going to look for a deal on himself. He's going to have an introspective moment. Are we sending Infernal Schemer under the deck? Are you going to let me draw 2 cards? Yeah, you're going to let me draw 2 cards because he's literally the best one in the game. It's like, that's a bit, you can't just like leave.
Yeah, I just assume she targeted a Tipo. And they're like, no, these Tipos are obviously going to win me this game. I'm going to draw cards. I'm keeping my Tipo. Yeah, I don't know what you're thinking.
Fungus told me that I need to keep these Tipos around so you can take your 2 cards. That's the deal.
I saw it win a DLC. Oh
my God. As Elsa, the Fifth Spirit, comes down and exerts that Basil and cracks straight into him to make those Tipos even worse than what they are right now.
One thing that needs to be remembered, and one of the reasons why Blurple is so good right now, it was good before, even better now, over 1 in 6 cards in this Blurple deck puts one of your opponent's characters in the inkwell. And there's even the other Hades, so there's multiple answers, and Elsa. That is a lot of removal. See, right there, right? So it's going to hit the Dumbo. It's going to answer that extra card draw. And then there's a world we try to do some questing here. Or challenging, obviously. What am I thinking? There's an exerted kitty cat. To, you know, empty a little bit of it. And we keep going. And this game is far... I'm saying this game is far from over. It's going to, like... If both players are playing well and one does not brick too hard too quickly, we got to think. But I don't even think I've seen a single Genie this whole match.
Genie might not be in the deck. Maybe that's the 7-11 spice. You just cut out Genie and make the deck a little worse so you could let it go in there, right? As we do, go ahead and take that out after challenging in, moving some damage, doing some deals, looking for some schemes, making some world records, breaking hearts and minds as Tipo continues to live. Why you put the 2 I mean, I understand the 2 damage, move it from the cat to the Hades. That way when you challenge it next turn, you're able to kind of favor a little bit more better. I don't know, man. Just get that Tipo out of here. That's all I wanted to say. Ooh. These are some of the worst cards in Seraphina's deck. Eventually though, we're drawing all the bad cards now. So then later, we're going to draw all gas. And that's how we're going to win, I think.
I mean, we'll basically have to hit a third Demona. Or Genie into Genie. We need some, like, a way to burst more cards to get back in. Because our opponent has a lot of stuff in play.
That is correct. And everything on Asuka's board is just generally more powerful, as we're going to go ahead and boost. And now we'll go ahead and finish off the Palace Royal Guard, because I've seen that thing do unholy things with a guidebook as we play our own Royal Guard, which is actually kind of crazy. What is that over there? Is that her discard? Is that their discard? Okay, so those are the boosted cards. That's the discard. We're all encroaching. This game has gone so long that we're encroaching on territory.
I was cutting a little bit of the board off, so I showed that for us here. But it does look like Asuka has basically sealed a deal here outside. Like, I don't even know if a Demona would do it. It'd be like Demona into like an Elsa possibly. Or if we have enough ink to go Demona into Hades. Or into the unknown. Like, there's so many scary threats in play. And that's not... Oh. I mean, it does at least challenge evasives, but then instantly gets answered. And there's only one evasive. And it doesn't answer that.
And we go to 17.
The first Genie.
There's the Genie. Hooray! As
they didn't cut them.
Genie wish... Pray. You didn't catch the Genie's wish fulfilled. Here's another Genie. Oh, it's another Hades. Forget it. Looking for a deal. Looking for our third deal. Go, like, bro, like, draw your card. I don't even care anymore, man. Just draw your cards. I gotta go. And where I'm going to look for the deal is into game 3. That's what I'm doing. We're going to 17, and we are passing. Absolutely.
So I have notoriously complained and said I'm not a big Hades 5 fan, but the redundancy in this deck definitely makes it much better. And it is the best Punisher mechanic card that has ever been printed yet. And I think just putting a character on the ability. Oh, and we push through there.
Scooping it up.
We just had Nat, so I can't push it.
Yep. So we are scooping it up and going on to game 2. We are probably just gonna get, and that was crazy. We did see Seraphina was drawing actually dead cards. No matter what Fungus will tell you, drawing T-pose back to back like that when your opponent is drawing literally anything other than T-po is not fun. It is so rough when you play 2 Demonas and you end up having to actually just tempo out T-pose and move from there. So did see an unfortunate set of draws for Seraphina. I think they were playing kind of to the best of their ability if their deck were just maybe doing a little bit better. I mean, Asuka as well, kind of choking it out and maybe getting a genie at the very end of the game. So I think we saw some really interesting, like, sections of their decks. I think that was kind of wild. God,
Yeah,
Trey,
it was interesting to see. We did see some evasive stuff, some Demonas, but at the same time, I feel like we saw more like Elsa's and Hades doing work.
There's like 36
and very
Hades.
few genies.
You know, they went to the library. They got some guidebooks. You know, Demona just like back to back like that, and then having to just like sail into Tipo. Like I'm flipping my desk, I'm flipping my deck, I'm changing my colors, like it's crazy. But you know what, you guys? This is game 1 of season 3 of the ICL. We have SLTC versus Ink Pass and Asuka versus Seraphina, and it's a Blurple matchup. And you know what that means? We don't have to watch another Blurple matchup for the rest of the night. Woo!
Yep, no more Blurple because the ICL uses a special format that currently is the only league that does that. I don't know why the other leagues try to do the forced one where you have to play every color. I'm not as big of a fan of that. Maybe it's some PTSD from Worlds, scrubbing out of Worlds. But, you know, who knows? I lost my train of thought there.
Yeah, I was going to say, we do things a little differently out here.
Can't play the same deck. You can all play Sapphire decks, so we still could see Sapphire Steel. We could see Sapphire Emerald, but neither team is going to be able to play Blurple for the next 2 rounds, as we see an enchanted Dumbo
right into the Inkwell as a pass, and we don't have our Basil, so sad times on the play, but it's okay. Actually, as Blurple, you probably don't want to go ahead and play your Basil because you want to have a little bit more resources as we see the Tipo into the Inkwell where he belongs. Thoughts? I'm gonna keep doing this to Luke every time he
looks away. Get him! Get him!
Yeah. As we
just wait till Ink happens, and I get you with that.
We ramp on 2. We play a Junior Wood guidebook. A tempo guidebook is actually terrible. As we see a Tiger go into the Inkwell to play. Look, he's back. It's a Tipo. Okay.
I do not just gift subs to people who ask. But Warku drove me to the airport at the last DLC. I'll gift him a sub any day.
Crazy business. As we see a Tipo, oh my god. And on turn 3, we are actually going to pop the Junior Woodchuck Guidebook and draw 2 cards to hopefully, please, deck, give us a sale. Give us a...
Oh, what about 1-drops? Would you like a 1-drop?
Nah. Now, it does seem to me, like, I feel like that Seraphina is drawing a lot of 1-drops. She's drawing a lot of, like, things like this. And maybe it is, like, the way that the cards are coming and flowing. Or this deck might be tuned a little bit more towards dogs. So it's a little bit lower to the ground. The cards are a little less impactful in the mirror. And that might be something that's kind of happening here as we see the Tigger come down.
Hey.
And Time Walk.
Now it can go into her Inkwell. What are you talking about? Instead of... All right, so if she didn't play that, then Asuka might have played a Dumbo. So we are at least slowing her down, and we wanted to ink that card anyways. She gave it back to us, so we can ink it now.
Sale! We got it. We got there. We are ramping on turn 4, and that's what you want to do in Blurple. I'm kidding. That is not what you want to do in Blurple. This is the worst time lane, but Seraphina is going to trudge it out. She's going to ink twice, and we'll be able to play the 3-drops that don't exist in our deck other than the Cheshire Cat. So hopefully we have another Cheshire Cat. We have another Cheshire Cat. Come on. Come on.
Oh my goodness, we better have something with these are ink.
No, not
Don't
one.
worry,
No,
we're
no, no,
playing
go-
that one drop
go-
back.
go.
She has the Demona. There is no way she doesn't have Demona. That said,
Okay. I
I still
believe you. I
might
like
have
it.
inked that and played the kitty cat instead.
Yeah, but the Demona will, when it comes. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay, so Elsa, Fifth Spirit of Winter, is going to come in, exert the Royal Guard that was just played, and we'll go ahead and take the Tigger and the Tipo, taking out the Royal Guard and cleaning up the board on Seraphina's side, and then leaving us now with our Ink and a Dream Tipo.
What
into the
dream do we
Inkwell.
have? What is our dream? It is an Elsa of our own? It is. Yes.
Elsa, Fifth Spirit, coming on down. Probably going to go ahead and make a little crack
that
into
Tipo.
the Tipo. Yeah, get after him.
Perfect. Put that growing boy in the discard pile.
I don't like the way you've said that, but we also have Tipo into the Inkwell as we go ahead and play a Cheshire Cat, which is going to let us move damage.
This is brutal.
Yeah, this is as we are going to go ahead, challenge in, and then boost our Cheshire Cat to move the damage to the Elsa, finish it off, and go on a quest with Tigger, getting
Dreams
us up to
are
4.
meant to be crushed, says chat.
I mean, Tipo into the discard, Tipo into the Inkwell. That is gaming. We are inking our Wasabi and playing our Hades.
The prediction game's hard, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yep. Hades. Hades costs 7. Demona costs 6. We have 3 cards in hand.
Slight difference.
Mm-hmm.
Tigger and Elsa versus a Hades, 4-0 ink. This game is far from over. We thought it might have been. But Seraphine was like, remember when you said 1 out of 6 cards? Answers. Well, out of those 1 out of 6 cards, some of them are also attached to 3/6 quests for 2s.
Oh, so we do see the Demona, Scourge of the Wyvern Clan, coming down, and we know that Seraphine had 3
Hypnotic
cards
Strength.
in hand. Asuka had 1 card in hand, so they were able to draw 2 cards, and then challenge in doubly so to the Hades and take out that Hades.
How?
How what?
Is Tigger a 4/3?
Yes, he is.
What?
Tigger is a big
This
bouncing...
card is better than I thought
boy.
it was. I thought
Yeah.
this was a 3/3 for sure. It just
Nope.
that explains some cat plays in game 1 that I
Yeah.
didn't understand.
I was wondering. I was like, keep up,
okay.
all right.
I played a lot of Blurple, obviously.
We play so much Blurple as we go ahead and challenge into our Basil, taking that out and hopefully making our challenges on the other side a little bit worse, as we do probably have another cat in hand to be able to heal our Elsa. And then, all right, we're just going to Hades looking for a deal onto your only remaining character. Will Seraphina take that deal?
I'm thinking that card's going. Oof. Maybe it
cards.
needs to sing "Let It Go." It's possible it needs to
Ooh.
sing "Let It Go."
They do need to be singing, but it is sideways, and we do have Into the Unknown.
And that
Hades
is
and
why
Elsa's
Hades
favorite
is
song.
so brutal. It's just like
I know.
you're like, yes, draw cards. Don't have it. Oh, you drew it. Okay. So you get both parts and you get a free card. Okay, thanks.
That's the moral of the story. If Hades comes looking
Thanks,
for a
Deck.
deal, don't make deals with the Lord of the Dead. You know what? Don't
Maybe
make
it's a
deals.
spoiler, but Megra found out the hard way. All right. As
make
you
deals.
just said, don't make deals with Hades.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Never do it. Never give them cards. I don't make deals with gods, as you put their card under the bottom of your deck. Deities? Oh, it is. He's a deity, right? Yeah. And...
Genie into Genie. Is this the way out? Do we quest away? Tune into the same bat channel, same Elsa time.
Yeah, you got this. As Elsa Fifth Spirit comes down, I mess it up.
Oh.
Luke dies, and we pass the turn to Asuka.
Too good. Thank you very much for the subs, Tegan, and we got Ivy Slime and RMB, JDZ Quest, Sky Donna, Ninja Harley with the 5 giveaway. Thank you all very much.
2 cards in hands for Seraphina, as we probably have another Demona in hand, but do we? Who knows? Habibi's here. Quick, everybody, run! Habibi's here. You can't. No ads in this household. Thank you. As we pass, we have 2 cards in hand. Oscar's sitting here thinking about all of their options, and it's a Hades. Is there a downside to this, Luke?
I mean, for who? For Oscar? Not really.
Yep.
I mean, like, it seems like a pretty good answer. You tried to get me there, but you didn't.
As we go on a quest up to 10 with our Hades and our Demona, still staring down this Elsa, but man, we need the cards to come in the right order on Seraphina's side.
We have 10 ink, so we could go Hades, the Hades, Into the Unknown, the Demona, quest for 1, and we're in a solid spot. Oscar with 1 card in hand, as long as it's not a Demona or Genie to try to refill, we're in an okay spot, but you know, and we can ink and still play Hades. It's not terrible if we have it. We're singing Let It Go, or Into the Unknown.
Into the Unknown.
Terrible.
Hey, we did have the Into the Unknown, so we are going to get rid of that Demona and send her into the unknown. And we still have enough ink to do something cool, but it's probably another Genie. It's fine. It's a Sven.
That's a Sven. We're eating that other Hades up.
Which now has Challenger 3000, but it only has 3 willpower, so it will get booped into the discard with the Hades. But I mean, hey, came in, did his job, and moved along. Sven can't read that on the card reader. But
Challenger 3, so cracks in for 5, Russian evasive.
Sick.
Oh, awesome. I probably should do the thing to give you a better viewing experience, because it's definitely...
I was like, you pulled up the card and it's so blurry that it actually looks like hieroglyphics. So I was like, yeah, sure, that looks like Sven, I guess. I mean, that looks like a language I could probably decipher if I feel like it, but no. Hades came in, quested for 2. Now we're at 12. We got a Elsa, 5th Spirit, Dumbo, 9th Wonder of the Universe, and a Royal Guard spaghetti arms. Sorry, guys, it's been a long day.
It's been a long day, yeah.
Sorry. What is that? Royal Guard. Somebody help me out. Okay, Demona, Scourge of the Wyvern Clan, comes down. Seraphina able to draw 2 cards as we exert Oscar's entire board. And now we actually have stuff to do things. What can we do, Luke? What can we do here?
The moment I'm about to yell at my kid for being loud, you're like, I heard it through the mic. I knew he was going to yell at him. I had to get her.
I don't talk like that. Oh my goodness. As Hades looking for a deal, actually looked for a deal. He went looking and he found one in the form of 2 cards. As now we have ability to kind of think about our lives, think about our challenging. I'm taking out this Palace Guard with something, anything, Into the Unknown, straight onto that Dumbo. Okay, it's fine. It's actually the Hades, right? Yeah. Because then we can challenge, we can do some things. Okay, we're going to clean up the, So we're going to clean up that Palace Guard. I think that's pretty good here. And then we leave the Dumbo and the Elsa, which Elsa has evasive and does trigger and work with Dumbo's ability, which is like breaking the world's criminal minds. I don't know. God, you guys. Anyway, so exerting 4 here on Oscar's side, as Luke is probably eating something, and it's yep. And
I'm doing
we are
a JDZ.
And Genie, Wish Fulfilled, comes in and is able to refill our hand by drawing 1 card. Evasive.
I don't know how he does
draws
it.
You a card.
I got 2 bites of that cheeseburger and almost died. If that was like a scoop of Vegemite, I would have passed.
They've been banished. As the cat does come down, and Dumbo goes challenging in, and we do have the Elsa who can also challenge in, and we can move the damage from the Dumbo onto the Elsa, finishing it off, cleaning up our Dumbo, and making everything nice and healthy. And now we are winning the evasive wars as Wasabi comes down just for fun.
I have to fix something.
Yep. Luke is fixing something as we're winning the skies, and we've got a deity and a literal gargoyle facing down. a really whimsical group over there. Like the Cheshire Cat, Elsa, Dumbo. I like how we've got the actual Lord of the Dead, and we have the villain from Gargoyles on one side of the board, but on the other side of the board is the Cheshire Cat, Elsa, Dumbo, Genie, and just like the goofy guy from Big Hero 6. And that side's actually scarier as we see Infernal Schemer coming down and targeting and inking that not Dumbo.
What did it ink?
I don't remember. As we see our enchanted
pretty
Dumbo, Ninth Wonder of the Universe, come down as a response. So that was a gajillion ink as we were able to play the Hades Infernal Schemer and the Dumbo all in the same turn, which is incredible amounts of ink here in this one. As we inked the Genie, thank you, Izzy. I did...
The 3-drop Genie? Or did we get our character inked?
So we played the Infernal Schemer onto the Genie Wish Fulfilled. And Asuka's Genie Wish Fulfilled went into her discard. Nope. Inkwell. So an average D&D board state, right? Yeah.
I got fry salt in my eye.
Just kidding. We have another Dumbo. So even if we would have Hades Infernal Schemer your first Dumbo, you had a backup Dumbo. So is that like the 9th and 10th Wonder of the World?
Yeah. And like Elsa and Wasabi are up there too. That's a lot of lore gain. That's a lot. Ooh.
Oh, the Demona coming down. It does draw Seraphina 2 cards, but this is a really, like I said, it's just like a kind of like a really whimsical crew going on the other side. And we have like this like villain boardscape on Seraphina's side as the Dumbo does get annihilated.
It is a rough spot for Seraphina. The Wasabi trading with the Dumbo, and now we can send the Demona into the Hades or the other Demona, probably the Demona, and then move the damage off with the cat.
As we
draw
do
cards,
take the Dumbo,
quest.
yeah.
It's just so much advantage.
Dumbo going down saying, hey, I got an ability that says if you exert, you can pay 1 to gain 1 and draw 1. Yep, we gotta let it go. And we're gonna let it go onto the Hades. It is a little bit spicier as a 3/6. The Demona, of course, is easier to deal with. It is a 6/5. So there's that as we go ahead and clean up that Hades. I'm thinking too, the Demona is kind of fine because we're winning the evasive war. And on the left side, there's a cat, a cleric, an elephant ranger, a mage queen, a dual-wielding warrior, and they just recruited a tiefling girl hybrid.
I'm just like...
Oh, hippogriff.
Why are we targeting the Hades instead of the Demona? Stone by day. I forget it all the time. Like... Oh.
Stone by Day is if you have 3 or more cards in your hand, this gargoyle or any gargoyle cannot ready unless you have specifically Angela on the board, in which she does. Nope, it's Angela who removes the Stone by Day effect. As we see Sven, Jolly Good Reindeer, come in with Challenger +3. You guys, I have till this weekend to name these, like learn these variant names, and I'm really do
flashcards on the airplane.
I'm really leaning on chat here. You know what I mean? As we see the doodled signed Dumbo come back down, and we're going to use Dumbo's effect on the Elsa.
Go to 16 and gain and draw 3 cards. So good.
What is it? Dumbino.
That's why this card's worth $40.
Yeah. Gain 1, draw 1,
and
pay
Hades on your Dumbo. Or Demona that was going to ready and challenge away. And we can kind of quest with our little small things too if we want to. There's...
Is it even?
She's already dead, as Asuka. She's already dead.
So you're like, look at all these cards I drew. I'm going to play them because I have the right amount of ink to go ahead and play Basil Guidebook, which will refill my hand, but it's okay because I have 2 Dumbos, so I can refill my hand anyway. This is an actual just Seraphina as we slowly go and gracefully, actually. Like it was a scoop. It was more of like, hey, I'm just gonna close the book on this story, and we're gonna we're gonna go on.
Close the book
Yep,
on
we're just
this
gonna.
story.
Well, it wasn't like a scoop. You know what I mean? Some people like aggressively scoop it up, and Serafina was just like, "I'm just gonna. If we're just gonna. We're gonna be done. We're gonna be done." As let's go, Asuka SLTC takes round 1, and an actual like I have not gotten a chance to see this Illumineer play before, and that was rad. Actually, like both of them were very clean games, very like precise plays. It felt like Serafina's deck hated her. I don't know what it was, but it was just there were a lot of different things in the Blurple Mirror that you need to go right, and Sarah and Asuka had kind of most of them go right. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them went right because by the time that she was able, like by the time Serafina was able to kind of get something going, Asuka already had 77 answers to that. So very swingy Blurple matchups. I complain about them all the time, but at the same time, I do find them fascinating. So complaining about Blurple mirrors is just as fun as watching Blurple mirrors. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with that. So congratulations to Asuka taking game 1, which we are going
Match
by game.
1.
So now we are. Dang it! I said that earlier. I was like, I'm so bad at this. Is it a match? Is it a set? Is it a game? Which one's which? I don't know. She won. Sick. So we are 1-0. SLTC is 1. Ink Pass is at 0, but we still got 2 rounds to go. 2 rounds to go.
And I'm pretty
sure. Are we writing a D&D story in chat? Because I'm like, I just looked over and actually another Dumbo. Dumbo is his own patron. Is Dumbo a wizard? Is that what we're doing? No, he's a warlock. Is Dumbo a warlock? Is that what we just decided? Oh, Dumbo is actually a warlock. Okay, yeah. If I just scrolled up for half a second, I see that a campaign is being written in chat. Love it. Love everything about it. Dumbo's actually a warlock, and he's his own patron.
Are you going in the third game right now?
Oh man, that's so good.
Thank you.
Okay. But yeah,
all right,
honestly,
we do have a third match to watch, so I'm going to get that set up really quickly while this round is finishing up here.
So we're going to do some technical things to bring you a game 3 of a mystery game that we'll all figure out together. And that's really what matters here on the ICL, togetherness and watching Luke do things while I talk about nonsense. This is all canon. I will say that with an asterisk of no, it's not, because I don't want Disney to come out of the ceiling and get me. So this is a fan-made D&D campaign based off of fictional, non-canon things that are kind of canon. But I wanted to see what he said. On the left side, a cat cleric, an elephant ranger, a mage queen, a dual-wielding warrior, and they all recruit a tiefling gargoyle. Is it hybrid or like a hippogriff or
hybrid hippogriff?
No, Hollyphant. That's what they are in D&D. Hollyphants are celestial, and I'm choking.
Choking. Is your headset down, or did you choke on your Coca-Cola right there? Oh, she's alive. All right. She's alive at least.
We're good. I got really excited and inhaled some of the soda, so that's on me for not breathing.
All right. We're gonna bear with me while I fix it on the fly, but obviously a few things are wrong, such as the logos are wrong. And
it's another Blurple. Oh, but the Christopher Robin. So that is Amethyst Steel versus Blurple. Getting them all out of the way, guys. Getting them all out of the way. Oof. All right. But we do have Rafiki, Mystical Fighter, into our Genie. Wish fulfilled, as we have a Calhoun on board, but notably Calhoun cannot jump high enough to get after that Genie. So we got to see if we are going to be able to play our own Cobra, which is Pretty good. Now, it's early in the game. Do we decide to discard to gain the 2 lore? I haven't been able to see how aggressive we're being, but we are just going to go ahead and chomp that Rafiki for free. He is a 0-2, but also Calhoun does have resist, so she would take no damage anyway, because 0 is 0 damage. All right. 0 times 0
is 0.
Yeah. I'm really good at math, and I hope you guys all know that as we do. Hypnotic Strength saved, especially for that Cobra, which does have the Vanish ability, which says when this is chosen by an action, it poofs out of existence because it does not want to be perceived as a Royal Guard and a Basil. Come on down. Luke is choosing now at the pause to eat his cheeseburger, as we do see Christopher Robin go into the
You
inkwell.
paused after I took that bite.
Listen, man, I'm trying to give you openings. I'm trying to give you space to do your thing and give us the gold. And
instead you wait for me to take a bite, and then you just throw us under the bus.
Here on the ICL, the Flower Farm logo in front of the...
Oh, whoops.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, what's happening? As we bring in our Elsa and swiftly quest with our Basil, pumping up our Elsa, and then slamming into Myers' Genie before it even had a chance to... What in the... Can't hold back anymore, which then removes the damage from all of your characters to then put it onto one character, which was a critical mass of damage, and too much for that to handle. Who plays can't hold it back anymore? Paul plays can't hold it back anymore. Woo!
Yeah, it is not a good matchup for Amethyst Steel, especially when Blurple kind of has it all.
And have it all they do, as we are waiting to see what we could do on turn 5. Is it inking a Strength of Raging Storm? Because we have no characters to make that strengthful, and we are going to play Hades, looking for a deal. Are you going to take that deal? Are you going to put your Elsa or your Genie, or literally even, I don't even care, take with the Basil, put something under your deck and do not make this deal. Don't give him the cards.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the card's going to the bottom, unless that last card's a Dumbo. Then maybe. All right, chat.
Nah.
I guess I lied. We're not going to see any more Blurple
you let him draw the cards.
The main match we watch, but when we jump to other matches. So there is the possibility that if SLTC 2-0's Ink Pass, we might see Blurple in the 3rd round, but I will try to not let that happen.
No,
just
more
for you. But this is the only match still playing in round 1. So as soon as this match is done, we're going to jump over to the booth and then pretty much going right back to the SLTC match.
Listen, guys, this is the coolest thing we've ever done for you. This is nonstop Disney Lorcana. Look at us. We went from one match to another match. And yeah, they're both Blurple, but hey, get used to it. It is set 11.
And in a couple of weeks, it'll look a lot smoother than it did this time.
As a Tigger coming in, what are we bouncing? Is it the Basil? That's pretty good. It's not Tigger. It's it's Rush. This is Tigger. And that is Rush Sven. So he came in and knocked that because he does have evasive. So he is uninkable, but he cost 4. He's got Challenger 1 billion, and he can get after genies and everything else.
Exactly, so 1 billion. He can challenge anything he wants.
Yeah, I like Paul's strat to run mirror to confuse the opponent, which is crazy because my brain has already settled that the inverted, like, right side ink symbol is fine. Like, we've already assimilated to this and we're totally cool and it doesn't matter, as we do go ahead and take out the Royal Guard because that is a sneaky good card with Junior Woodchuck's Guidebook, as I have learned the hard way. As we top deck a Basil, play it out, send some evasive things on a quest. Just kidding. We're going to take out that Sven because he is a 2-3 when everything is said and done. Or is he a 1? Shouldn't that also have a little bit more damage on her? Sven is not a... And now the whole world looks crazy. Isn't Sven a 2?
He's a 2-3, Challenger 3.
So I think that the Elsa should have 2 damage on her. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody? Chat?
Possibly.
Bueller? Or did we use the I don't know. I give up. All right. As we do see Genie, magical resource, you're coming down. It has boost 1, and it says whenever this character quest for however many cards is under him. So you can boost that sucker to so you can boost him into oblivion and quest for 37 billion. And then we do have Olaf helping hand, which then does say whenever this is banished, hey, we were right. Sven has 2. So the Elsa has 2 damage. Can't get anything past me except for most things most of the time. But a really cool interaction is you can take helping hand Olaf, slam it into maybe one of those basils if it doesn't get actually cracked by this Cheshire Cat right here. So never mind, we're just going to bounce it. And look, we bounced our thing and we drew a card. All right. So that is the power of Olaf helping hand. We boosted the Genie, and just in case, we made sure that we had Paul versus Paul. But yeah, we were able to scoop it up.
Just in time, the names are fixed.
As the person on the right takes game 3, I think. I don't know.
Perfect.
Did Blurple win? Yes, they did. It was 16-4, I'm assuming. Yeah. Now we're back. So Flower Farm takes it, assuming that the sides were correct. So, nope. Mad Hatter takes it. Oh, wait, no. I'm pretty sure that Luke can't be trusted because I have no idea. The numbers are all made up and the stats don't matter, and you'll find out at the end of the night who actually won that game, you guys.
This is not... Whose line is it anyways?
What?
Although that might be Disney-owned, which is kind of entertaining to think about.
Someone won! They did it! I'm so
sure
proud
Blurple
of
won.
them. Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. But I was like...
Flower Farm 1-2-1.
Hey, Flower Farm 1-2-1. So now Flower Farm is up 1 game to Mad Hatters, which that logo's kind of cool.
Oh,
so
they're shared. Ugh. I'm like, wait, why did that just change on the screen? I'm like changing a different scenes thing. But I did reference like a silly Billy, so now it changes on this one and that, and I'm gonna have to remember that in the future.
So we had our first feature match. It was SLTC versus Ink Pass. SLTC won. It was a Blurple mirror. Then we switched over to our backup feature match, and it was Amethyst Steel versus Blurple. Blurple took that one for Flower Farm against the Mad Hatters. So now Flower Farm is up 1, and SLTC is up 1, and now we're all gonna go on to game 2. I don't know. Is it game 2? Is it match 2? Come on, Luke.
Yes.
We corrected me last time. Fumbles! Oh, I love fumbles. And I don't know Gary, but I'm sure I love them too. All right. And we do have fumbles. He did tell us earlier that he will be playing Sapphire cards, which is really consistent with who Fumbles is a player and a person. So we're going to see some Sapphire on Fumble side, but there is no way it's going to be Blurple, you guys. It's no way. We can't be Blurple. We already saw Blurple. It's not Blurple.
This round, yeah.
Nope.
Or no more Blurpling. And if there is a Blurple, it's
illegal.
A game loss? It just might be a concession. Like, you're just not allowed to play 2 of the same deck, right? So the second
you better
person
go build
playing
the deck
would probably
immediately.
If they built a deck immediately and had another deck to swap, it would be a game loss, but they could still play games 2 and 3. We do have to have some rules, even if it's unfortunate for people. And I'm going to get an ad out of the way for us all here.
Aw, so I was going to sit and talk about Fumbles. I can guess what
you still can.
Well,
all these wonderful people who are subbed want to hear you. They paid for this right here. So talk.
All right, so I do know what Gary is playing. Not Gary. I don't know what Legend Gary is playing. He could be playing actually anything, but he does have the Pixelborn mat, so shout out that. But we know that Fumbles is playing some version of Sapphire. It's not Blurple, and the only thing that I think Fumbles has sank more time into than Blurple is the other Sapphire deck, not the Steel one. If it's the Steel one, I will die. It might be, but it's not, because I'm pretty sure it's the new Terror that has come out. Can anybody take a guess? I don't know, man. It's gonna be... I'll let you guys guess. I know what it is. and I'm going to pretend like I'm confidently knowing what it is, but it is no. I feel, you know what? Actually, it could be. It could be. If it's Amber Sapphire, I will actually lose my mind. I will lose my mind if he's actually playing Amber Sapphire, but he can't be playing Amber Sapphire. So he is. Hold on,
He could
because
play Amber
he's
Sapphire.
a
Why couldn't
really
he?
good proponent of Amber Amethyst, but he already told us, unless he lied. Oh, this is a fun game. Oh, it's Ruby Sapphire. Ain't no way. Ain't no way he's playing Ruby Sapphire. I mean, there is like a kind of a way, but I don't think he. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. He might. No, Fumbles is literally undefeated in the ICL, I think. So he wouldn't do a throw like Red Ruby Sapphire. But again, it might be. It's not. Is it? Ooh, he might be playing Sapphire Steel. He literally might be playing Sapphire Steel. That is my guess. And Luke, you can't say anything because you already know.
I don't actually know. I was gonna say it's possible he could be playing Amber Amethyst. Like,
well,
it's
he
like
could
Blurple.
be, but he told me earlier. He said he was playing Sapphire, so he is playing blue cards. I know. I got that.
You actually know some information.
No, I actually, yeah, no. He popped into stream, and I was like, "It's Mono Sapphire." Thank you, JDV. You cracked the code. But we do know that SLTC won last round, so that means that Legend Gary will be on the play unless he lost his mind and will let Fumbles go first. I mean, unless he decided that he would like to be on the draw. Let's spice it up with some mono decks. Yeah, let's just ramp our brains out to nothing. Because... Sorry. Woo! All right. We are out here, and I am getting antsy. I'm just like, hey, Fumbles, will you just flash us your entire hand? Legendary, well, then he close your eyes. Yeah. Close your eyes.
If one of you could close your eye, if you could both just close your eyes and flip your hands.
Promise, can you promise
just no lookies,
that you close your
no
eyes?
lookies.
Yeah. I am getting actually really antsy, and I want to know what Fumbles is playing. This is what happens. I am not a patient person, and I'm really, really excited. I do love watching Fumbles play. He plays all the time. Legend Gary probably also plays all the time because, like, shout out to the Pixelborn OG Matt over there. So we've got some true gamers in the building today for game 2 of season 3 of ICL. Sorry. And it is SLTC versus Ink Pass, which we all know it's green, purple color control. He did say there were sapphire cards in there. He says, I'm playing blue. And if he's not playing blue, I'm going to look like a fool for the past 5 minutes. And that probably has nothing to do with Fumbles, but that is fine. That's fine. Vegemite has arrived. JDZ! Gotta be the dogs. No, Fumbles not playing the dogs. There ain't no way. Ain't no way. If it's just Emerald Sapphire, I'm going to be upset. But I think that is probably the better bet, right? I think it's probably the better bet is to go ahead and play Emerald Sapphire. Because I know, listen, if it has Sapphire in it, it's an Amber Sapphire mirror. We already watched one of those guys, and it did not hold up.
Looks like the round is
rude.
About to start, I think.
And this is so this is why we have I put a thing in my stream to where if you want to pay for like channel points, you can actually like exile somebody for 5 minutes. And I think this would be a perfect time for chat to exile R&B. So
yeah, I have people who watch my stream every day who have so many channel points.
Oh, I know.
Do you really want Ryan to be able to just exile you from chat back to back to back to back?
I have so many channel points, unless I have 0, which would be crazy. How many channel points do you have, Ryan? You want to go? You want to go? Yeah, okay, so I only have 80, but that's fine. I have like 83,000.
The alerts don't go off during ICL, by the way.
JDZ, how do you have 120,000? What? Oh, man. Okay. Me with 25K. What does Be Prepared do? It banishes R&B to the Shadow Realm. Oh, man. You gamble hard. Yo, chill. Oh, yeah, you going to put a prediction up there, Luke? Everybody's itching to burning holes in their pockets with these channel points. And if we could get Ryan to lose all of his, I'll still have 80,000, and then I could just permaban him from the chat. Thoughts? Thoughts on that? Bet it all on blue. I feel like if he's playing Emerald Sapphire, okay. Fumbles has gotten so bored he's playing blocks. Shout out to Fumbles being an actual kindergartner. I love it. It's good. We got to keep the brain sharp. We got to keep the brain sharp.
There was still one that needed to be done.
You're betting on Fumbles to lose? That's insane. That's actually unhinged. Like, it's kind of cute. Like, look at him over there with his blocks. He's keeping his brain sharp. He's balancing. You know, like they say that that's like one of the first things that like babies do is like stack the blocks because it's really good for like developing their spatial awareness and stuff. And I think that that's what Fumbles is doing right now. He's just really making sure that all of his neurons are firing and the spatial awareness is kicking. So, you're getting antsy. Build yourself a block tower. If you're getting antsy, if you're bored, then you're boring, Ryan. So you need to entertain yourself. Look at Fumbles. Oh,
there's a judge.
Oh no! All right, every time he has to push it back.
So since all the matches are sharing the same clock, there's a judge thing happening right now with one of the tables. So we're getting that dealt with and then starting up. So instead of having a delay at the end, then.
What are we doxing? What did I say?
So basically, we're waiting for you to predict who's going to win this game.
Oh, well, this is easy. I always say Fumbles. I'm sorry. It's nothing. It's literally nothing against anybody. It's literally just anytime Fumbles is playing, I will say that, you know.
Gary's playing for Dylan because Dylan wants us to watch him play. So that means Gary's going to win.
Oh, okay. Well, sick. Wait, why are you unsubscribing? What's going on? Fumbles blocks took a... Sorry, I just read it out loud. Fumbles blocks took a tumbles.
So the way our league works, chat, is we have 2 divisions, and one division plays every Tuesday and one plays every Wednesday. And so every Tuesday, all 12 teams of that division play 6 matches. And then we have one feature match that we tend to watch most of. And then when the feature match games are done, if there's still other games going on, we jump over and watch those till the round finishes. Last season, we only watched the feature match. But this season, we're setting it up so they share the same clock so we can jump around and see a couple more matches, see some other players that we might not get to see as often, as well as just see more matchups in general, which would then also kind of let us pick for our third match, if there's choices, what matchup we kind of want to watch. If it's a sweep in one way.
All super uber professional things, and I love it. I love it. We're finding ways to bring you more Disney Lorcana and action. As somebody needed a judge call before the match started, and I am good. Fumbles bumbled, rumbling blocks, and took a tumble. Fumbles bumbled his rumbling rocks and took a tumble. Oh, okay, cool. I'm not saying it 10 times. That's actually insane. Everybody, chat. Put a little thumbs up if you can say that 10 times fast and not mess it up. I love it when I wish I was on the team to join the ICL. You got to get on the team. Just get on in there. Get in the roster. Just show up. You know what I mean? As we ink a Vision of the Future to play, Jasmine, is it going to be Sapphire Steel Mirror, which is kind of crazy because we're inking a T-Pony. And we're passing. But do we have the Shift Jasmine? Shift on 2. She's our Sapphire Steel Princess, Legend, and card advantage. Do we have it? Ink and a Vision. We probably have it. We don't. It's a T-Poe. Okay, that's fine. Ramping on 2 is better. It's better. We know that.
I mean, it definitely seems like Amethyst Steel when we see the Jasmine. It's like this is got to be allies, right?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, like the allies with the, like the Dream Come True we were doing a couple sets ago where we were polycleaning our Jasmine, but Ramping on 2 is really good. We're getting a little quest in because we noticed that Fumbles did ink a Sapphire card and play nothing. So at least our Jasmine is safe for this turn, as this is still Good. And it does. I mean, she's a
Oh, it
princess.
is the
It is a
mirror
sapphire steel mirror. That's
again.
crazy. Okay, sapphire steel mirror. We got a blurple mirror. Now we got a sapphire steel mirror. So I can't wait for you guys to watch the dog's mirror that's coming in the third round. Anyway, do we have the Jasmine now? Because that's actually a perfect amount of ink because it does shift
I love
too.
that Habibi told me to do a prediction, and then he didn't even vote.
It's not a mirror. It is a
Oh, he did.
Clarabelle into the inkwell, which
I'm
is
so
an
confused.
emerald sapphire, and that means that there's no shift Jasmine.
Oh,
that
it
we're
was
just
something else.
using
Never
the
mind.
utility
Ignore
of
me.
the Jasmine, which does give resist when it comes in. We went ahead and threw the Jasmine in the deck. Whoa! The other Jasmine shift? Stop! The one that says it basically is that the one that like no. It's the one that
like they discard their hand, so they're gonna play John Silver, give something reckless. Next turn, shift Jasmine. Like, why? So they have to shift first, I guess.
Listen, you guys, you cowards, you need to put the Milo in your deck, the Psych Rift Milo. That's what I want to see. I want you guys to Psych Rift are basically where it bounces all of your exerted characters back to your hand when Milo gets banished. Make it happen, you guys.
I mean, I love fumbles, but oh man, I want to see this deck go off. Come on, Gary, let's go, Gary!
Oh man, someone get R&B. He's here. Oh, Milo didn't survive rotation as we go ahead and sing You're Welcome onto our Cindy, which was probably going to be the one thing that propelled us into our card advantage and to our ink. So that is actually the worst case scenario. But we do get 2 cards from it, and that's probably better than what Cindy was going to do.
Yeah, I'm just happy that Fishbone Quill's not around. I mean, I loved playing it in Infinity, but like, man, that card is... I'm glad not to see that anymore. Because you can't play these fun things. Like, you can't give your opponent 10 extra cards if they're just like, sure, I'll just ink again. Could you imagine Ink Geyser with Fishbone Quill?
Yes. Yes, I can. As we do play a Clarabelle Clumsy, get guys to calm down. And we do have 4 inks, so we know that on that shift 5, it's coming down next turn. Unless our Steel hero can do something about this board and that Clarabelle, which we know Steel has a lot of things. That's probably not it, is the sail that we're going to play to hopefully draw into the fire the cannons that we know that Fumbles has responsibly put into his deck. That's a guess. I don't know, guys. I have not seen the deck list.
My experience is that this is a pretty good matchup for Emerald Sapphire. That said, I haven't played the new set matchup, and I haven't played with Jasmine. So that could make it rougher because maybe some of the Steel removal has more targets now. Like if Rick is playing like Fire the Cannons or something, like that is a couple more outs to slow it down. That said, this is looking rough for Rick if he doesn't have another Cindy or something to kind of just explode out his hand, because a shift Clarabelle is gonna be devastating.
As it looks rough as he puts Pluto into the inkwell and goes to about 1 frame per second and then just plays a Jasmine and gives Tipo resist. Thank goodness.
Needs to happen. We don't want that growing boy to get hurt.
But it's okay. We have a 3 ink play, which is going to be Strength of a Raging Fire straight onto that Clarabelle. He never didn't have it. Done. He knew. We went ahead. We didn't need Fire the Cannons, but we are going to quest with our Tipo because it has, just kidding, we are going to challenge into the Jasmine. It has resist. It does 1 damage. We're going to get him. Over the course of the next 2 turns, we're just going to boop bop into that princess and make sure that you don't do anything insane with it.
So this could be pretty backbreaking for Gary. If he was sitting there trying to get the shift line active, having it strengthed is... We're on Stitch. I mean, we're definitely all in on the Jasmine game plan.
Oh, I love it here. Stitch is a new card from set 11 that says when you exert it and you can give chosen character Reckless, which, by the way, he costs 2. He's not that bad, but we are just going to go on a little quest with our Donald and our... Just kidding. He's a 1-drop. That's crazy.
The problem is, though, is you give something resist. All right. So you activate the stitch, give something resist, then you pleekly the stitch into your inkwell, and then shift the jasmine, and they only have the jasmine to challenge. And then they play Let It Go, and you shake their head and call them mean things.
And that's why we play the game. As where we go, Fumbles found his other Cindy. Go ahead, play her. It's good. It triggers herself. So we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Just kidding. We're going to ink the Jasmine, and we're going to just hard play the Thunderbolt onto your Donald, using our Tipo to clean up the Donald and get rid of that card advantage on Gary's side. As Fumbles feels like, hey, we probably have enough cards in hand. We'll go ahead and ink this to draw a card. As we're gaming, we got our Cindy draw filter ramp engine online. We've got some cards in our hand that we're not really allowed to talk about with the dice, but we did it. And Wonder's doing a whole thing. Wonder is doing
It's so hard to get the hair set up perfectly with the headset.
As the
It just like
Clarabelle
flops away.
comes down for full value. As Luke is still doing a whole thing.
It's failing me.
As we send the Tipo on, I just can't look at Luke's screen right now. What is happening? What is happening?
Well, if you had hair, you would understand.
It's a choice. As we pass it back to Fumbles with the Clarabelle in hand on the board, we are able to draw up to 3 cards to match Fumbles' 3 cards. As Fumbles slams a giant Tinkerbell. Yes! Coming down from set 1, our goddess giant Tink, as we go ahead and put a damage onto everything. And then you know what? Tipo, I told you over the course of the 2 turns, Jasmine was going to come in and 1-2 bop that little grown boy into the discard. We love it. I don't even know if it was that good, but it made me feel good.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did it for JD.
Shout out Tinkerbell, giant fairy, actual legend. As we pass it back to Gary, who has a lot of ink going on, but we do have 2 damaged characters. So, hey, if Fumbles was on that Emerald Sapphire, that'd be prime for our thing as we sing You're Welcome onto the Giant Fairy, and her reign was short-lived. But we will get to shuffle it back into our deck to draw 2 cards and then just kind of say, You're welcome, which really helps out our own Clarabelle. And I'm sure Fumbles loves that. But Gary, looking good, doing the thing. Fumble's got a ton of cards in hand.
Cards.
That is going to be able to get the value from Gary.
That's just going to be the rest of the game. Unless Gary plays chosen player discards their hand, Gary's going to just be keeping Rick's hand full while also just answering his board and playing big threats. And then if Rick tries to go wide,
there she is.
You know, we Prince Philip.
That Jasmine into this Jasmine, except for that's a different Jasmine.
That's
that
the
Jasmine
one that gives
says,
Reckless.
Yeah. Kind of good. Kind of good. But she's a 3-cost 2/3. But she's also inkable, so right into the inkwell. As we have a second Clarabelle, which is going to be super painful for Fumbles to try to take care of here.
Tinkerbell's a thing, but it doesn't do too much here. It's definitely not for this matchup. But let's see what we're going to do here. I'm assuming it's just to try to make Gary stop questing so much. Be like, well, if you're going to keep questing, then I'm going to be able to take it out if need be. And then maybe finish something else off too to lower your board. But if Gary's still playing the Prince Philip, he's in a pretty good position, I assume. He's got 5, now 6 cards in hand. It's a pretty high chance that he's got the combo.
I mean, that's not what we want to see, though. We want to see some fun shenanigans. I'm sick of it. No, I'm just kidding. But shout out to Fumbles, you know, playing the Tinkerbell, watching her get Let It Gone, and then now we just follow up with another Tinkerbell, which I do love that for him. Now, again, we have damage sprinkled all across this, but we are going to just play another Jasmine, which I think this is actually our 3rd Jasmine Fearless Princess, given resist to our Clarabelle, which is going to now make her even harder to get rid of.
And, you know, normally that doesn't matter because they use, like, Into the Unknown effects, but, you know, half of the removal in this deck is damage-based. So that resist very well could actually really matter. Oh, and the game is probably over. especially if Gary has like inked a You're Welcome or a Let It Go, either or, right? And then can just sing it to answer the Tinkerbell, and then that just puts Fumbles in a position that he can't really do anything. That said, Cindy can challenge down any other character rather than the Clarabelle.
Yep, we have resist +1 on the Clarabelle to the end of turn, and we went ahead and just ink geysered. We ink geysered. In the year of our Disney Lorcana 2026, we're still doing it. It still hurts. I hate it. You hate it. Why don't we just choose 3 cards and move on with our lives? Come on,
That's what
guys.
they're doing. Kind of.
Let's go. Let's go. As we pick 3 cards, and then we put the rest of them in our hand, which, hey, we've been power inking. Gary, knowing that Ink Geyser is in their deck, probably inked some of the better cards that they couldn't use, but now, hey, they're back in our hands. But look at Fumbles. Look how many cards Fumbles has in hand, which is actually tragic because of the Clarabelle. So
Gary might have more cards in hand, though.
He might. He's also got more characters on board, and hopefully, well, that day Jasmine going right back down into the inkwell.
Maybe give Clarabelle more resist.
Oh. Playing out that Stitch, who is, hey, we learned he's a 1-drop. He's here, Stitch, hanging out in the doorway. That's his official variant name. And he does exert to give resist to chosen character. So pretty good. 1,000 cards in hand, passing the turn. How many do you have?
I guess he does get to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Pretty good.
Stitch is here. Stitch is pretty good. He's giving you resist. He's giving you reckless. Yeah. Will you tell us?
What and the Cindy trigger.
My God. So here we go. Now we're going to go ahead and ink a Pluto. So we have a whopping total of 4 ink, which Sapphire still loves to be on such low resources as we do play our own Jasmine to give our... Oh, we shifted!
It's empty in our hand.
Yeah, we're getting rid of our hand. We're gaming. We know the score. Fumbles understands how devastating Clarabelle can be, so we do play it and to get rid of it. And I think we already... Okay, so we're passing the turn for Cindy. And does he get to trigger that twice because he played 2 princesses? No. Why?
Trust me. You want your opponent to go Cindy in 1 turn and activate 4 times? No, you don't. You don't. I played the deck, and there were times that I'd be like, this would be so good. But yeah, it would be so oppressive.
You played Jasmine, and then you played another Jasmine, so that should trigger twice, right?
It's just 1 Cindy. So the Cindy just says if a princess came into play this turn, at the end of your turn, it says if a princess came into play, trigger. It doesn't say whenever a princess comes into play, trigger at end of turn.
That's when you have 2 of them.
Yep.
Which you always want to have.
You have to have multiple Cindy's to trigger multiple times.
Blech.
But each only gets 1, no matter how many princesses come in.
See, this is why I don't make cards, you guys, because I'll break the game and it'll be unplayable. As John Silver comes on in, he's probably going to give Reckless to the Jasmine over there that would love to quest and get us
Everything's
some allies.
got Reckless.
Everything has Reckless. All 2 of his characters has Reckless. So now we're just going to turn him sideways, going from 9 all the way up to 14.
We might have also just quested with that Stitch.
Every blue deck probably does have 4 Let It Goes in it because it seems pretty good. I don't know why Gary gets to have so many cards in hand, but it is happening.
I'm going to build a blue deck now that doesn't play 4 Let It Goes. Like some aggro deck. Even then, it's so hard not to play Let It Go. Even in aggro, just have your top end be an inkable answer to any character. It's hard to say no to.
Going ahead and inking to Pete Ghost of Christmas Future to play a Tipo to get more cards out of our hand. Fumbles is actually doing his best to try to make sure that we are denying Clarabelle value, but unfortunately we are at 14. We've got a whole bunch of cleaning up to do if we want to make sure that we can survive an extra turn. Unfortunately, it does seem as though me being at 0 and you being at 14, I feel like I kind of want to just go to game 2. But that's just me. Never give up. Never surrender. That's right. Get rid of those Jasmines. And let's see what we can do here. We can pass and then lose the game. There she is. There's our shift, Jasmine. And it says, whenever you play this character, if you use shift to play her, return all other chosen characters to the player's hand.
This is not the one I thought it was. I guess the other one
exerted characters
was not reprinted. So I was thinking it was the one where they had to discard.
Is he really? Does he not realize that he has game on board? This is playing with your food, people. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. What is happening? Has he forgotten?
He might just like not win have done the game. Sometimes you're just more like, I need to win. I'm going to make sure I win and not realize, I should quest here.
No, you should quest. There's literally that. What is happening? What is happening?
You know,
Judge, my opponent has forgotten to win the game. Judge?
You said that Fumbles is going to win, and Gary's saying, you know what? No matter what, it ain't going to happen. But I would like to see Fumbles somehow draw the card that does not exist that would give him this game. Because that would be pretty funny.
What is this? Can I?
But
okay.
Remember, folks, do not blame maliciousness when just like forgetfulness works. It's very easy to just get caught and focused on how do I make sure he can't win, or make sure I win and can't stop this, and not pay attention to your lore. To just be like, oh, well, if I answer all of his guys and I get a quest in 2 turns, I win, and not be like, oh, I could just quest. I have literally done this multiple times, and it just comes from this, like, how do I, like, stop them? Instead of being like, oh, I could just win. That's how I stop them. But, you know, sometimes you just forget.
It's like, yeah, I'll be, like, playing Slay the Spire, and you're like, oh, you know the best way to full block is when you kill
they can't attack.
When you kill it. Yeah, like, yeah, it was when full
best
block.
Defense is a good offense.
Yeah, exactly. Like, absolutely. I used to do that with Ruby Sapphire a lot, because I'm like, oh, there's 37 game actions, and I could do this and I do that and blah blah blah. And it's like, or you could just win. Thoughts on just winning, and you're like, no, hold on, I could draw 30 more cards though. So it's that allure of the Sapphire decks, I think, is what it was. Yep.
The allure.
Yeah, no, draw a million cards, ink my whole deck. I mean, he already ink geysered him and been to my will, so like there was the most control that you could be controlling in a game. So we saw it. It's here. Maybe we'll see Jasmine Royal Commodore. Pushing ads, steering it. So I should probably say something really fun and exciting, because it's rolling in ads and only the few chosen ones know what I'm saying. But the problem is I don't ever really have anything of substance to say. So we're just kind of here.
All right, you heard it there. Let's quote it over and over. I hope you clipped that right there.
I was gonna say, but now the only people that heard me admit that are you few subscribers. So the rest of you have no idea that I actually admitted that out loud. And that's what matters. If you know, you know. And if you don't, then you're in the middle of an ad. Welcome back to game 2 of round 2 of the ICL. Oh, Ninja Harley, no. Thank you.
Don't say no.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
You should be like, again. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, now you get all the secret info. No secrets in this house. I love it. As we put our reckless door frame hanger outer Stitch. Somebody, Luke, you gotta tell me what this card is. It is Stitch.
It's a 2/1 Stitch.
Going for a thing. We gotta know his variant names.
His variant names?
Yes.
Why does that sound so familiar? Is that?
That's what it's called. Stitch.
Are they called? I was thinking of
something experiment.
I was like,
something experiment. You guys, I'm sorry.
Loki. No. That's what it is. Okay. All right. Yep. Thank you.
So in Disney Lorcana, they're not subnames or types. They are variant names. So because it's a different variation of the Glimmer.
You're just literally explaining the Loki show.
I'm Well, maybe Loki, or maybe I don't know. It's all there. It's all Disney. So wait, this is confirming the Marvel crossover universe. This is essentially part of the thing. Somebody help me out with this. Somebody help me. These are literally glimmers, that the different variants of glimmers. So that means that there's like a weird variant, like subworld prison with a bunch of gambits and typos and stuff. All right, as we do have Angel coming down, Siren Singer. I know this one because she's terrifying and terrible and awesome. As we do discard our Jasmine to then do 2 damage to our Stitch, getting that out of the way and no more reckless giving.
I'm sorry, I just YouTube was talking about how they're not having to watch ads, and I tried to say, yeah, Twitch is paying for you, and YouTube blocked it. Didn't let me send it because I said Twitch, and it just said error, did not send. I'm like, okay. Okay, YouTube.
Lucas, as we do play the Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman into our into Zeus's Thunderbolt. And we are going to discard Thunderbolts to then ping the 2 damage onto the Donald Duck as we duck to refill our hand. Fumbles is so gaming. Good. Gaming. So I like this is what happens.
Angel was one of 2 legendaries I bought.
Good card. As we ink a Clarabelle to play. Just kidding. It's the run 2 Electric Boogaloo
YouTube
of our
is
Donald Duck
you
Perfect Gentleman.
Are wrong, color. That the labels in the app says version and not variant.
Who lied to me? It was variant. It was
someone
variant.
Watching Loki. Obviously a Loki fan, which is a great show. Like literally almost twice as good as every other show in that universe. It was like,
all right, YouTube, come over here and say that to my
Loki
face.
Are like the best ones.
As we double dock into it, my goodness, Fumbles just go ahead, dumping his hand, docking it up, and we are going to go ahead, take it on a quest, and refill our hand with your Perfect Gentleman. Looking good for Fumbles, also kind of looking a little for Fumbles as we have 1 card in hand. And listen, I'm calling it a variant name. I was like, I'm calling it a variant name as long as I want. Like I said, YouTube, get over here and say it to my face. All right. So Fumbles is recovering. We love it. Donald Duck, again, is going to give the ability for each and every person at the table to draw a card at the start of Gary's turn if they so choose. And you should always choose that, as we see John Silver, Captain Pirate, going in and giving Reckless to, no doubt, the Angel.
Possibly. It probably doesn't really matter. They all quest for 1.
Oh, I thought Angel quest for 2. I was like, that card is bananas.
Bruh, girl. No. Thank goodness. She only quests for 1. She is oppressive enough. We don't need answers that also are like win cons. Like, please.
If Angel quests for 2, I would not sell her. You just keep her forever and ever and ever. As we are thinking about our ink in here, we're Fumbles having a think about our ink. And that's like kind of like a thing that makes Angel kind of a different card, right? Like you can keep trying to like pew fire the cannons, but you are like discarding your whole hand to do that. And again, John Silver being a big body, Donald Duck being a big body, Vincenzo being a larger body, but it's fine because he does 3 damage, but that would be 3 into that's be able to 5, but you can't play him. But we can Strength of a Raging Fire.
Could you imagine playing Angel
third Doc
with Diablo? Bruh, Angel would just be like unplayable if Prince John was still in the format.
Because it only counts
for the mirror.
when. No, that's not how that.
Well, I'm saying if your opponent played an Angel, they could never use it because they would just be drawing you cards because of the Prince John.
Oh, right. So if you played Prince John and then your opponent played it, right? Yeah. Doc,
Triple Doc.
Yeah. Doc. Experiment 624.
Duck Goose.
The favorite. No, that's the classic child's game. Doc Experiment 64, as we do 3
Doc
damage.
Alien.
Yep. You do not miss Amber Emerald discard. Ain't nobody. Oh,
There's a little
second
bit of
John
alien
Silver.
on alien violence there.
Galactic Foundation looking good, or Galactic whatever. What's that location? Look at that. Look at all this. Is a lot of. It's a lot of aliens. I mean, it's looking good. Cards looking kind
Yeah,
of.
I mean, Fumbles did all these cool things and drew all these cards, but does not have anything yet. And
that's
kind
looking
of
real good. And that
there
worked
we
really
go.
well.
That's what he needed.
Thunderbolt right on to John Silver, taking him out, getting rid of at least one the John Silver. And let's take all our dwarves on a quest as we go up to a total of 3 lore, 2, 1.
So that's a good spot there to be like, should we have hit the other John Silver and just traded our Cinderella, or traded 2 docs in, knowing that then for the John Silver it would just trade with any of the little things? But we're probably not doing that because the John Silver's probably sitting back to prevent the Goliath from doing anything.
Not lore botting on Fumble's side, because we did take a quest with our triple docs, so we should be at 3 for Fumbles, unless we started in the hole.
What? Hold on.
Which
we're
is kind of like
the lore tracks. What? No, this
Sapphire Steel is still hanging around. Oh. Don't say that, Magus. Don't say it out loud. They're here. They're here in droves supporting. You can't say things like that. There it is, Ninja Harley. Get them. All right. As we pass it back over to Fumbles, what do we got? We do have Goliath, which actually works so well with Angel, because you can start just paying in and flinging cards into your discard, and then you just refill your hand at the end with your Doc Goliath.
Yeah. Another Angel to take out that Clarabelle, and then we just throw away our 4 characters into John Silver is humorous. Probably not right. We probably just quest with all the little things. And then the next turn, Angel would finish off John Silver. We don't really want to exert our Goliath. Ooh, that's a big character.
Namari looking real good now, as we see why Fumbles has his discard fanned out that way, because Namari says whenever you play her, you can draw a card and then discard a card. And then at the start of your turn, you get to also draw a card and then choose and discard a card. So again, between Goliath, Namari, and Angel, this deck is firing on all cylinders. Namari notably being a princess and does trigger Cindy as it comes in. So at the end of Trumbull's turn, he will be able to ink and draw a card.
Oh, we're just getting rid of that Goliath. You know,
we got Namari, man. We're filtering.
That's probably
fine. Filtering, and we're not giving you cards because I want cards.
His only real answer is, I mean, all right. So he could go Jasmine, shift Jasmine, bounce. But do you really want to bounce your opponent to give him 3 more docs?
80 docs. I mean, I guess you just got like a bunch of docs in hand, like a
but
doc
he can't
wielding cave of.
He can't sing MMS anymore though. So that's the one thing, is like Rick did kind of prevent the John Silver board wipe, and now Gary's trying to rebuild some singers, and it costs 6 to shift that Jasmine. But, oof.
People, maybe we're gonna Under the Sea, because Under the Sea would decimate all of those dwarves that have been mining their literal brains out. And then we have the Cinderella Dreams Come True that would also do that as well. And we do play the Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman, because that is going to be able to give us some card advantage, since you banished your own Goliath, which was helping us both out. So Gary's saying, I want cards, you want cards, let's get cards together. That's what Donald says to me. Dig a little deeper, singing. Oh my God, no. Don't do that. As Pete, Ghost of Future Past, comes down, and we do go ahead and empty out our hand, worrying about Clarabelle if she may come it this way. And these docs are going to work. Look at him. Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to questing they go, as we go straight up and to 19. So if we're about to see a Ghost of Future Past, yeah, right? Like, did I say it right? Yeah, so we have to Prince Philip smash right now. Like, you know what I mean? Because or we got Under the Sea, but that still leaves like the Mari and we're scooping it up. All right, bye. Game 3, we love it. Let's go. Game 3, fumbles. We're never gonna get 2-0'd. Is it not Ghost of Future Past? Oh, come on. What is he? Is Ghost of It's Ghost of Christmas Past. Whoopsie. I was like, GDZ, I don't understand. Like, what's the problem? Sorry. Oh man. Oh, I have been saying it wrong the whole time. I can just add Ghost of Future Past to like Dumbo's like breaking the world's greatest criminal mind records. Like it's just I know. Again, this is the ICL. I promised you I would be 5% more professional on the ICL. I put on the blazer. That's where we landed. Ghost of Christmas Future. Listen, I was gonna be like, I promise you by Ink Ink, I'm gonna have it locked in. I don't know if that's true. I really don't. I am actually struggling out here. And they're not even variant names. They're what are they called? Somebody? I don't know. Jiminy Cricket is the past. He's not the past. Oh, he is. He's Ghost of Christmas Future past. What did you guys ever? I'm out. I'm out. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay. I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it briefly. Have you guys watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Ghost of That's what I'm doing. And I just now realized it. That's
I'm
what
like
I'm doing.
looking over, I'm doing some stuff, and I hear you trying to talk about Aqua
I
Teen
didn't say it.
Hunger
I didn't
Force.
say it. I didn't say it. But it's literally the Ghost of Christmas Past from the future. That's what I keep doing when I talk about Pete. Oh, I gotta lock in. Oh, JDZ, help.
Arise,
Yes.
chicken.
No. It's not. That's a different one.
Arise.
Yeah. He's like,
Was it not? I
thousands of
thought it was
years
the
ago.
robot chicken.
No, that's that was a different episode of Aqua Teen. He's like, chicken arise. Yeah, no, but
But I
this one
thought
is
that the guy they summoned was that guy.
no, because it's
It's
the robot.
different?
He's a robot. He's the Ghost of Christmas Past from the future. And he's like thousands of years ago, and then like the
And they
smoke.
keep
And they're all
interrupting
like,
him. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. He's like, you should get a snack. I told you to get a snack. I'm sorry. As we play a Clarabelle in turn 1, which is a really great thing to do in Disney Lorcana when you are playing Emerald Sapphire, is play your Clarabelle, Clumsy Guest. And then we are going to ink a Vision of the Future and play a Tipo. We're back. Perfect turn 1 and 2 plays for Emerald Sapphire, and we are here as we ink a Tipo on Fumble side to play a Tipo. I see your Tipo and I raise you a Tipo, and we are both ramped and gaming as Fumbles does not want to ink this card. Interesting. A super. The Ghost of Christmas Back to the Future is now the time that we've been waiting for the. Lurk. Yeah, I'm doing good. Lurk. Sorry. I did go off of the rails and we're back on the rails as our second Vision of the Future does go
Yes,
into
sorry,
the
chat.
inkwell.
That was my keyboard. I'm sorry.
Is he little parumpa pump pump onto the
You don't like just tearing the...
No.
I can type so fast though.
6,000 words a minute. No, I'm just kidding. So we're thinking about our ink here as we did ink a Vision of the Future, which is a important critical. What do we have? Because we've already exerted to play the Tipo. What are we doing here, you guys? Normally on turn 4, you want to slam down a Cindy. You want to slam down any other thing that is going to be impactful on the board. But we are going to ink our third Vision of the Future. We don't care about the future here. It's all about the Christmas past as we take our questing Tipo and get some of that lore. And we are at 2-0. This Tipo is going to get us there. Inking, and hopefully Cindy for ink. Is it? It is an angel which is actually still pretty good, but we will not be able to ink on this turn. But Angel is still pretty good to get rid of that Clarabelle. And we discard our Ghost of Christmas Past to then pop the Clarabelle and save us from the incoming shift next turn.
Sorry, I was just seeing YouTube DM'd you.
YouTube DM? Oh, come on! The entirety of YouTube has
YouTube chat. You called them out, and they were like, "Yeah, I sent her a DM."
Is it the Ghost of Christmas Future? Oh my gosh, it's Ghost of Christmas Past Future. Okay, Ink is gonna be better, y'all. I promise. Tipo taking a damage from the Tipo. We got our Tipo on Tipo challenging.
Pete Time Lord confirmed.
All right. I will.
This isn't MTG. This isn't Universes Beyond. We are Disney only, folks. Until Marvel gets added somehow. Which, all right. If we only added, like, the Disney cartoon, like the X-Men cartoon from our childhood, like, I'd be all about, like, Gambit, and some of that. I think that could be cool. But it's in about small amounts. We'll see how Toy Story goes. Isn't there like some crazy crossovers in Toy Story?
And passing.
That's not good.
We are inking. You're welcome. And we are passing. My goodness. That is not what you want to do. So Fumbles taking out that Clarabelle was a very heads up thing. I think that left Gary all in on the Clarabelle shift, and Fumbles said, nah.
Is it actually Barbie in Toy Story, or is it a no-name Barbie look-alike doll? So
it's actually Barbie.
Does that mean we could have Barbie in Lorcana then?
Please don't.
But I just want to sing Barbie Girl.
That's not.
Oh, like let's get an Aqua song. Come on.
Ooh, Tipo is going to come in and he's going to target himself. We did not. We did the Tipo, or not Tipo. Oh my gosh, the Pleakley. We Pleak Dog Nastied ourselves into the Pleak well. He's gone and he ramped.
The Pleak well. That's great. I liked that.
That's where he is. He's into the Pleak well. Pleak. He's in there.
So we just Pleak lead itself. That is, you do what you got to do.
Hey, Gary Inkton pass. Gary Inkton pass. Fumbles Pleaked himself. So we got a Clarabelle into a bend to my will, which was like 2 cards.
See, like even if we played the Clarabelle, it's not that powerful because we were drawing one card. Bruh.
Yes. Bruh, this is how we win games.
This hurts my soul. Like
I love it. Into a sail. Let's go. I'm not biased. Tipo into the Inkwell quest with Angel and pass. This game is riveting.
Every time I do that, my opponent's just like, second star, draw 5. 5 cost, draw 3.
Come on. Ink guys are off the top. It doesn't matter. Now we all have cards, but hopefully we've got some ramp cards hidden in our. We do. I think we've seen both of them ink Tipos. So if we get some Tipos into our hand, I think we're gonna be kind of gaming.
Ink Geyser is the only card in the game that I'm glad and upset at the exact same time that you cannot float ink. Because
come on.
I played Upheaval. Like I would be the person who would play Ink Geyser and then play discard your hand right after. Like I'd float 7, make you discard your hand. So it's a good thing that that's not something that can be done.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Hobby's like, just restart the game here. No, you did just restart the game. You did restart the game, unfortunately. Now for Gary,
for Rick's advantage, kind of.
I was about to say, yeah, he's got his Doc on board. He also has an Angel on board, and Gary is going to be able to ink and like play a Jasmine or a Stitch, but he inked the Stitch, so we're opting to just like let Angel and we probably ink the Stitch because we can literally just discard and pop with the Angel's ability. So Stitch was a little useless here as Doc is going to go for a quest. And what is Angel going to do? We're going to Pleakley. Oh, we got the Pleakley from the Ink Geyser back. Oh, that's awesome. So he pleaked himself, and then he just played Bleakly to then pleak the. Oh, it's so good. Ink Geyser.
You said Pleakley so many times that you like lost the ability to say Pleakley.
I got really excited about it. The Pleak Dog Nasty did his job twice. Hey, the TVA has come for that Pleakley. I know, right? This variant has gone mad because I refused to say, I'm not going to check my DMs. I see it. I see it happening over there. YouTube has come for me and my incorrect terminology, but can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Lock in. Let's go. JDZ coming in next round, I do believe, with Liam. It's going to be a blast. We don't know who we're going to watch yet.
At least 90% more professional than what Luke and I have going on. So I hope you guys stick around.
I mean, you don't have me trying to produce at the same time. Whew.
It is, you know, and JDZ and Liam both actually know the names of the cards, so it's going to be really exciting.
And both casted DLCs. Like,
right? That's going to be a treat for you guys.
We got the B squad, C squad heading out, you know, whichever we are, like being replaced by the S squad.
I know, right? We're like in the
all-stars
stepping in. As Lewis comes in and probably gives, I don't know, what's scary? Pleakley? It's not the Angel. We didn't give Angel Reckless because Pleakley'd be way funnier. As we sail into inking a Tipo and wow, Fumbles, hold on. Ink Geyser is working for Fumbles here as we went ahead, sailed into a double ink, into going ahead and thunderbolting that Lewis to get him off the board and save our Angel. Wow. Okay. Ink Geyser, good card. Thoughts?
Ink Geyser's aight.
Please don't put it in your deck. I was actually kidding.
You're like, I hate it. I don't want to play against it. Please be nice to your friends. Do not play this at locals unless you are a bully.
Yep. Wasn't it you when you were playing multiplayer that you like kept do it again, the Ink Geyser, and yeah, that was you. That was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably.
No, it was you.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was.
You were like, do it again on Ink Geyser. We're like, bro, you just did that like 6 turns ago.
You mean I just did it for the last 6 turns? Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, RMB. Yes, he Ink Geyser literally twice. Okay. Literally twice. I'll take it down.
I like that kind of. I'm a jerk. What can I say?
Never forget.
I play World Police in multiplayer card games.
It was a singleton format. A singleton format, and you Ink Geyser us twice in a singleton format, which is actually unhinged.
Because you know what's really good in singleton formats? Cards that return cards from your discard to your hand.
Facts.
Lady Tremaine, her action, do it again. I did play.
It's an exhaustive list.
What is that called? What is that? Enduring Ideal. I have played Enduring Ideal at events. I'm sorry, chat. Sky Donna. I'll disappoint you there.
I don't know what that means. As we have our Cindy in play, Pleakley and Angel are still holding it down as we go ahead and exert all of our ink to play Hades, looking for a deal and making your dreams come true straight into the inkwell as as Angel and Pleakley go on a quest. 7 is Fumbles luring on the lore bat. Wanna make sense.
So I refreshed it once. So the first prediction did go to the right, and we did do it, and we did not do one for the next round. It's too late into the next game to do.
It's too late, you guys, but we do have 15 minutes left in game 2 of round 2 of the ICL season 3. We're getting all of our numbers straight. And we do see these immortal.
The lore is correct, though. It is 7-2.
7-2. Notably, Pleakley and Angel only quest for 1 each, which is why it kind of feels like they're not questing at all. But if they're the only thing questing, and we sit here and continue to answer them with things like Hades and stuff like that, I think we're gonna get there. Ink Geyser making the games go far longer as we see another Cindy comes down, and we will be able to ink at the end of our turn to then draw a card, giving us more advantage, putting things back in the inkwell. And wouldn't it be nice if we just Ink Geysered again?
Is that what you really want?
Okay,
is that what you really want?
I needed to know if you were paying attention or not. You know what I mean? I just needed to know if you were listening.
I have to. So once you start rambling and it starts to get a little monotoned, I'm like, oh, she's about to call me out. She's about to call me out.
Yeah, that's true. As Namari, fearless.
You did not like
Villain
me
princess?
saying rambling.
Well, no, I can say that I'm rambling. You can't tell me I'm rambling. Oh my gosh. And Fumbles has another answer for Gary's only character in the form of Let It Go, as we now quest up to 9 with our Namari, Hades, Angel, and the Eternal Pleakley on board. Starting your turn with
Bleakly
Sail
the
is sad.
Eternal.
That's a
So-
D&D campaign I want. But as we do see Gary start with a sail.
Jasmine. Jasmine.
wow.
Jasmine.
Oh, wow.
Jasmine.
Do we need it? We need it. All it does is so it just returns all exerted characters to your
Is it
player's hand.
I thought it was all characters. It's only
No.
exerted.
I'm pretty
Why?
sure it's exerted.
I think we need to swap back to Prince Philip. Well, we can draw some cards. We still have a turn, maybe
We
two,
draw
to draw
well,
some
we'd have
stuff.
to ink one.
But only
because
one
Fumbles
card
has
in
one
hand.
card
Oh,
in hand.
no.
Yeah. Fumbles has done a really good job with this game of making sure that Clarabelle will get no value because, fun fact, Clarabelle is actually one of Fumbles' favorite cards. I have no idea who's played
He almost
Clarabelle
never
more.
played Sapphire Emerald, though.
Yes, he did. He loves Clarabelle. I have
don't-
seen this man shift Blue Steel Hey Hey and then play Clarabelle and refill his hand like 17 times in a row. Oh, man. As
he
Scuttle
always- he
gets
played-
discarded.
He played
Namari.
Blurple all last format, though. Oof, another Hades. This is looking rough.
Rough and not in a good way, not like the Pluto. As we turn it right on back to Gary as we have game on board. And again, we're just going to scoop it up because, like, looking at what you're doing, he's Fumbles is like, well, I was going to do a thing. I was going to play Pleat.
He's like, "What? You made me discard my hand, and I let you do that. You're not gonna let me finish up here." So we're gonna jump back in the booth, and we're probably gonna have a couple friends there. Let's see if they're muted when we jump over.
That hat. Where'd you get that hat? Oh, hey!
I figured it out.
Oh, but
I'm
unmuted.
JDZ, the mute button is in Australia. He left it there to unmute.
It's called,
He's like, "Where's that video? It's in
mute.
video. You're muted."
How do you do mute in an Australian accent? Oh, I left it down by the barbie, mate.
I don't try to do accents because it ends up. It always sounds offensive when I do it.
I've
yeah.
watched,
I
I've
just
watched
have-
so much Blue. You think I'd be able to do it for free?
You
I'm
think?
Nick. I'm here. There it is. I'm back. I've returned here from the land of Australia. Back in the ICL for the first time. I would miss this for the world, Luke.
When you before you got to Australia, I was really worried about your Australian accent, but now that you're getting back, oh man, it's good. It's on
It's
point.
good.
Yeah,
It
it's
feels
good now, yeah.
natural. It feels natural.
It feels natural. This is the way I was meant to sound like this. So absolutely.
was
Do
nice.
Australians sit around and do American accents? Did you hear any American accents?
I
being
did, and
made?
honestly, I believe the Australians can do American accents better than the English can
can?
do American accents.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
shots
really
fired.
good. It's
Oh.
really good.
It's
Yeah, I
bold.
did hear that. Shout out to Greg. He has a killer American accent. Sounds so nice.
So,
bold take.
well, I was saying, like, I think that the Australian accent is quite close to our Southern accent, right? Like, it's kind of like a
I can
offshoot.
see that.
Yeah. So
I can feel that. I
From
can feel that energy
Austra-
there.
it was like
Y'all got some shrimp on the Barbie?
That was
I don't
pretty
know.
good.
That does not
Yeah.
sound
whole thing.
that Southern and Australian like.
No. So like,
I don't
okay,
think
so
they're
versus-
interchangeable.
I'm just talking about like from where like before Australia was formed. I know like this part of like Britain and then this part of Britain and then it was like all and so the accents kind of like diverged in a very specific way. So I don't know. Take a history class. Come
Sure.
That's what's up. I
on.
appreciate it, Cole. I'm learning something. I mean, I wish I'd have got this lesson before I left, but now I'm better to learn something than not, I
It's
suppose.
a fun fact. I am 1/4 Australian.
You're kidding. On
Yeah.
what side?
This
I was gonna
this
say, on-
this side, the left side.
The left side.
Yeah, the left top.
Ah!
Jenny's gonna love that.
No, nobody.
Bruh.
Welcome.
Nobody cares. But yeah, my grandmother was born and raised in Australia and came over after World War II.
Well, look at
Oh.
that,
There
man.
you go.
Look at that. Fun fact, man.
Yeah. As consequently, that's how I learned to speak Australian.
Really slaying me,
So it's true. Yeah.
Just the
I mean,
straight
JD's
face.
Australian, so he knows. Like
Oh,
that's
sorry.
why he can understand you.
What are your JD? What are your like 2 or 3 favorite Australian words that you picked up, or Australian slang?
Caught in a spanner. No, he said like you get him wrapped in a spanner. He's got like like when you're in a. I don't know what a spanner is.
Wrapped in a. I can't.
Like a spanner. Like
Spanner.
He's
What
getting
is
all
that?
wet.
What is that?
Like you're caught in like a. It's in
The
a
spoke?
tire. Like you're
Like
in a spoke.
like a-
It's a spoke.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Like
They kept saying, I was like, what
get
does that
tangled
even
in a-
mean?
So you got like
Okay.
literally ran over and just like caught in the tire.
Yeah, that's what I'm definitely
Wrap-
going to take that and work that into the commentary.
Yeah.
He's caught in a spanner. He is. I don't know. No, he is. I don't think he did that though. It was a good time. It was a good time. You learned a lot. And
Not a
honestly, man,
spanner's a wrench.
Australia was a very interesting place because we have entrees. Where we have appetizers, they have entrees, and where we have entrees, they have main dish. Fun fact. Take that with you in your travels. Confuse me there a little bit.
Is it true that everything there is trying to kill you?
Oh, I was gonna ask that. Did you see any
I-
face-sized spiders?
I didn't see any spiders. I didn't really have
Good.
much time because I was just doing the whole thing and I was trying to stay away from that. But I did see the biggest roach ever in the airport, just yammering
Really?
about. They're just hanging out. Like it was just like
Where was
everyone's
it?
fine.
Where was
Was
it
it
flying
like-
to? Was it?
I think it was. I don't know. I think it was trying to get out of there, trying to get to Sydney or something.
It's
trying to
It
come-
was-
It was trying to come back to Florida. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
it's like-
probably
yeah.
exactly what it was.
Thing was,
Doing.
man, I was
It's
like,
like
what?
I'm going back to my my winter home in on the beach in Florida, and I'll be
And the
back
thing-
in yeah.
The thing about it,
It's so
Color,
hot here.
the thing just apparated in. Like it was so big and it just appeared and it was like on my stomach.
Okay, so
What is
was it
going
like
on?
was it like a hand size?
Wait, it was
like as big as your
on
palm?
you?
It
like-
was on my bag. Like it just
Oh god! Oh
just
god!
teleported into
Those
the
are
Oh,
like so-
wait,
oh.
sorry. I was obviously zonked out, but you're talking about the giant, like 10-foot spider things, right?
No.
No,
It
it's
was,
not
a roach.
it was just a roach.
A roach.
Like
A
Is it like
roach?
one of the
That's
ones
way
that's
worse.
In the airport.
I-
It was-
Way
That is
worse.
And
It's like-
everyone
Spider
was
roach.
Stop
don't-
me! Stop me
the
when
only
I'm
reason
there.
I was
Is
so
this-
ups-
okay, I'll
like-
start over. There's no way. Hold on, I'll
the
start
only
over.
reason I was so upset
just
is
like-
because of how calm everyone else was with seeing it. I was like, why is no one
Oi!
freaking out? Everyone's
Oi, that's
like,
just
no one's
Bill.
worried.
Bill cleans clothes around here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! You
Bill's
got a
part
nice
of the
little, a nice little bug on you there, mate.
They're probably just like, you should be lucky it's not poisonous. Just shoo it away and be
Gro-
happy.
Just gross. They're not.
They'll
Yeah,
just-
they're not poisonous.
That one won't kill you. He just steals your shoes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
don't
he's just
let them
looking
in
for
the
a place
top
to
pot.
yeah.
warm
Yeah.
up a
Yes.
little bit.
Always make sure you check
Oh,
your shoes
oh,
before
Bill.
putting them on in Australia. That's for sure.
The crazy thing is like we're making all these jokes or
Crocodiles in
whatever,
there.
but like the thing is like I live in Florida, which is like universally known as the Australia of like the states.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. I was like, oh, like how big? Like if the roach was like as big as your palm, that's just a roach. If it was like bigger than your palm, then maybe it would have been an Australian roach. But like those are palmetto bugs. Those are not, and they fly. So you got to be careful about
Bro,
that.
Of course, everybody flies at the airport. Like, that's why you're there.
The workers don't,
that's
bro.
not a roach.
They
This is a
you think
roach.
people
Yeah.
fly to the airport to work those shops?
Pilots
on
do.
fire, dude. I love
Yeah.
it.
Was
The
it-
pilots
was it-
aren't
but-
working double jobs. They're not flying there to then go work the gift shop at the airport.
But they do fly to the airport.
To that point though, Liam. To that point, I think it
Mhm.
should be banned for the people at the desk to say "Have a good flight," because
So you too.
so you don't look like an
too?
idiot when you say
You
you too.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You're like a
Yeah.
dummy. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, have a good flight. Well, you too.
You too.
Your whole flight's ruined now because all thing you think about 6 hours in, and you're just
Also,
contemplating like,
like,
the lady.
what's the metric for that? Like, what is a bad flight? Is that like? Because to me, a good flight, like honestly, I still think airplanes are miracles. Like the fact that
Yeah.
they're in the air, they're flying, they're
Like
up there.
magnets.
Yeah, like magnets, miracles of
How do they
of
work?
science,
100%.
nature, and whatever.
Magnets.
So, like-
How do they work?
To me, a bad flight is I don't make it to where I'm going.
No.
I
They
gotta,
tried to route me to another place again. Literally, I'm in the air. My last flight, this was literally last weekend, and they were like, "Hey, we weren't gonna land here anymore.
That's
We're
what I
actually
mean.
gonna
You
land
make
an
it to where you're
hour
trying to
later, like
go.
an hour away." And I was like, "You've got that happened to me where literally I was gonna land in Tampa, and they dropped us off in Jacksonville, and then this time we're gonna land in like Tampa, and we're gonna drop me off in Sarasota." I'm like, "You have to take me where you promised to drop me off. You have to stop it. I don't know anybody in Jacksonville. I don't know anybody in Sarasota. Take me home." Sorry. I'm sorry. I just like
I w-
I got
I would
heated all
say,
over
though,
again.
A bad flight is any flight where anyone is just open mouth coughing and sneezing, okay, or there's a child literally just screaming the entire time.
Like most flights nowadays.
You know, I think if you get like a middle seat between like really sweaty people, I think that might give you a bad flight there. So,
Oh, the lady right behind me was talking about how she like just like as she was just a expert on Florida and like this, that, and the other thing. Da, 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 da. And, like, and the lady's like, "Oh, how long have you lived in Florida?" Well, me and my husband have been about snowbirds for about a year now. And I was like,
sick.
What? You just been a snowbird for a year and you just know everything? You know all of it? It's crazy. I had to listen to this woman for 3 hours. Solid.
I know, but you have a very friendly face, very similar to my wife has this ailment too, where she's very friendly, and the people on the plane want to talk to. My wife is like, she will, but if she goes on a 4 to 5 hour flight, she will get someone's entire life story, everything that's ever happened to them, like all the stuff they're going through. She just because they just want to talk, and she seems like she's open to talk, and she's like, I did not want that information from them.
That is so. That's not me. I'm pretty sure in public, if you ever see me, I give off the vibes that I will actually cause bodily harm, and I do think it's just my face. I think it's just my face. I'm in my own head. It's fine. But Zenulus is that person. Like he will walk into a gas station, and they're like, "Hey, how's your day?" And he's like, "Oh, it's good. How's yours, man?" He's like, "I don't know, man. My wife just called me." And like, and Logan's like, and he just stands there and he's just like, I'm like, you're too nice. You're too nice. You cannot continue to collect these people's stories. Like he had one bookstore opener just like openly admit he was racist. And like Logan was like, why would you tell me that? Like, why? He's like, I no longer want to purchase this book. Like it was just crazy. He was like, okay, well, goodbye, have a nice life. So yeah, it's probably Zenulus and your wife have that same element of just like people are just like, I'm gonna tell you things I shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you all of my personal, like I would, some of the stuff that people tell her like as just a random thing, I wouldn't tell her. Like for me, she's been there for 20 years. Like I'm like, why did they tell you that? But like, yeah, that's some very personal stuff that they're just letting fly on an airplane. And I'm just like, man, she's like, they told me this, she told me that. I'm like, sorry, wife, I love you, but I gotta abandon ship. I don't want to get roped into here with you. Yeah. You gotta eat that. I'm gonna slide over here. I'm on headphones. I'm on the iPad. I'm sorry, wife. She's like, please come back and save me. No, I'm gone. I can't do it.
Hobbies.
She does everything for you, and you're like, nah, bro, you're on your own. Sorry, babe, you're on your own.
It's called mental capacity, right? Like some stranger starts telling me stuff, and I'm like, I already got a mental list of things that I'm running through, and if you walk up to me and start telling me about your stuff unprompted, I will ask you how you are, and I actually legitimately mean it. Because if I don't care, I will not ask you. I'll just be like, hope you're good.
No, I can rock with it. Like she knows, and she'll do that to me too. Like if I get caught into an airplane conversation, she'll abandon ship on me too. It's a rule. Pirate's law, like, man. You fall behind, you get left behind. That's it.
Yeah, that's when you like kind of look forward. You answer their question, but you don't follow it up. You just like, yeah, you can talk at me, but like,
sometimes
do you not see my phone? Do you not see the headphones?
It's right. You start to put them in really slow. You're like,
I actually did that with the earplugs. I did that with the earplugs. That lady sat down and she was literally like, and she did not take the hint. She sat down and she goes, I guess we're neighbors. And I was like, and just earplugs.
That's a line I would use. I feel attacked.
She still told me about her whole life. And I was just like,
I'm like, I've been saving the seat. They're like, is this seat? I'm like, I've been saving the seat for you on Southwest.
That's a W, man. That's a W.
You're a good person. You're a good person, and that's what that means. And
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's a good person. Like, it's good. You shouldn't be that way.
I was gonna say, I was talking about good or bad flight. My last flight was a little bit of a letdown, though. Come to think of it, because we were flying back from Washington, and we were in line, and the people at the desk were talking all about how they just upgraded business class, how it was all fancy in the cabin, and it was really, really going to be really great. And so I'm all excited to get in the plane, go see what their refrigerators are, and we get on there. And to be honest, once I got on, I found it a little plane. And I was just really, it's kind of a bummer.
Man, y'all don't deserve Liam, dude.
Aaron is a saint, and you
Y'all
let her
don't
know.
deserve Liam, man. I'm trying to tell y'all don't deserve
I think
Liam.
JD's like, he's the best ever, and Color's like, bruh, the fact that you're married blows my mind.
Y'all don't deserve him, man. Y'all don't deserve him.
I'm sorry.
Y'all don't deserve him, man.
I mean, he's
Y'all-
got
Never
how many kids
apologize,
you got
never
now?
apologize,
Like 10?
never
Like he's
apologize, never
earned.
apologize.
He's earned
Sorry.
those
Never
dad
apologize.
jokes.
Y'all
I had
don't
to.
deserve him, man.
I had to.
That's
No,
okay. It's
never
okay.
ever apologize. That is your charm, and my charm is just it's not really charm, but I honestly love it. So I appreciate it. Like Liam's jokes are the ones that I hear, and there's a part of me that's like, oh, it's funny, but then there's like this really traumatic part of me that's like, don't laugh at that. Don't do that.
Oh, I'm
Don't.
laughing every
Don't.
time.
JDC's like, I'm living
I'm
my life.
laughing
We are
every
vibing.
single time,
Oh,
and
man.
I'm going to encourage Liam to continue to do this because this is
Oh,
what's needed in
absolutely.
the world.
Oh, yeah. It
Okay,
absolutely
I
is.
need
Yes.
more of these.
I don't know.
I'm
I
not
need
saying I'm
more.
correct. I'm just saying it's just me, and that's Liam, and that's how I love it. I
Oh.
love it. It works out.
Oh.
It does feel good to be back in the ICL though.
Oh yeah.
So Luke, how does it feel to be back in the helm of the ICL? We got a new team.
Well-
Ink Pass, best logo I think I've seen.
We've got
Been a
quite
while.
a few new teams.
Yay.
Actually, you know, I was meaning to do this during the pre-show, but well, we just did other things, I guess. I don't know, but I do actually want to announce. I didn't post it yet. I will hopefully have a really cool graphic for it later. But the MVP of season 2. It since the stat pages and everything didn't get done until after the top cut. I didn't get them put out, but this does not count the top cut. You might think it does because the MVP is no other than Joseph Quigley, the Quigginator, with a 6-1
Quigmaster!
record.
Oh,
The
Like-
Quigginator.
If we added top
Sure.
cut, it would be like a 9-1 record.
Quigley
Like,
down under.
wow.
The man is unstoppable. I looked through this. I did not do season 1 stuff, but I'll tell you right now, he probably would also be season 1 MVP based on the stats I do have as well. So, you know, he can count this one as 2. Did an amazing job. 6-1 record. We did some polls because some people, you know, a majority of the players agree that a 6-1 record is better than 4-0. And
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
Okay, yeah.
I also agreed with that. And he has the best record there. But we also have the league MVP runner-ups, both of which had a very respectable 5-1 record. The first, and so we had the league MVP is Joseph Quigley, and these are called the Division Heroes. And it's Richard Fumbles Del Giorno, or now this season, Richard Fumbles, and from SLTC, and from Restand, which I do believe is now rebranded as Triad, Ghosty. But I don't think he's participating this season. But he did also had a 5-1. He might be. He might be. Let me check real quick for you.
He's
Luke doesn't even know. He's just throwing
yeah.
around accusations.
He's Ghosty. Yeah, got a little into that Riftbound.
Yeah, he's found in that riff.
He's kind of
I think he's taking a
little
break
bit.
for Riftbound at the moment.
So gonna crush people over there and then come back over here. He's gonna be upset when he finds there's no dogs over there, and then he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
But I could not give everyone an undefeated award because there are a lot of people who played 1 game, maybe 2 games total.
I didn't lose any games.
And
I mean, I
then-
haven't lost a game.
Exactly, right? So we do have a few
Understand.
people
I've played in
in
the
I
ICL.
literally
that
did.
position. From Restand, we have Dylan Crowley at 4-0. From Team
Heyo.
Slab Sharks, we have Dale Baldito. I
Nice.
butchered the names together. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You
Gotta
ended it being
lock in.
Dale.
4-0. We have Randall Jeffries
And you're like, whoa.
from The Incredibles.
yeah,
And we have Lux Ferrante from Luxury Gaming. All 4 of them with a
Oh.
very impressive 4-0 record. And then
Yeah,
we have
thank you.
2 more awards, one of which is called the Old Reliable. For most played matches, we have Danzor from Luxury Gaming with 6-2 record, played every single week.
Let's go.
Oh, heyo.
Iron Man, Cal
I
Ripken.
don't know if I've
like-
ever mentioned Old Reliable before.
And the last award,
You have, laddie.
these two people both already got an award, but they were also the star rookies of the season. We have Randall Jeffrey from The Incredibles and Dylan Crowley from Restand.
Hey, let's go. Now,
Well,
you're
But this
not
match
rookies
has
anymore,
started, so we're jumping right now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yo.
Oh, yo, what happened?
We're
That is
in,
quick.
Liam.
we're in the
it to
dojo.
win it. How have
Hey.
you been, my
Oh,
friend? It's been a long time.
fantastic.
Actually, been one day.
It has been one day.
Yeah, we
I
spoke yesterday on
appreciate
the,
you jumping on-
Illumineers, man.
jumping
Of
on our
course, that was a
stream.
lot of fun to be there, but we are underway. Looks like we got a little bit of, I would assume, unless
my
they're
goodness.
cheating, this has to be Amethyst Steel versus the Dogs. And I had an
Oh, man.
opportunity to see a little bit of Lorcana this weekend, so I got a little taste test of this new Winter Spell metagame. Have you been diagnosing the metagame, Liam? I know you like to
not
do your
as-
work. Have you been working on it?
Not as much as you, unfortunately. I did a little bit of commentating this weekend. I looked at a little bit of the stats. I've been doing some work, but you got the full dose down there in Australia. And from what I understand, the Dogs were barking with an incredible, like, bajillion% conversion rate. So I imagine you saw quite a bit of it down there, huh?
For sure. It was a great representation of what the meta is going to be, but you are in luck if you knew the set 10 meta pretty well. The set 11 meta is virtually
Ooh.
the same thing, but it seems like all the strategy has been power boosted to the next level as we see another Winter Spell card in the play right now. That new underdog Christopher Robin is out checking that Mowgli, who gets the rare miss. Love to see it when Mowgli misses.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing against it, if you're playing the Mowgli, it feels pretty bad, especially in a deck that needs ink or needs to get card draw in the mid game. Plucking that card out of hand, sometimes just reducing that one ink is like super impactful. So yeah, kind of a big miss. But here we go on turn 3. The 1, 2, 3. Daniel's on track. We'll see if he gets that strength on turn 4. So what do you think about Dogs, JD? You saw a lot of the Under the Sea version, the Chromacon version. Are Dogs really all that this meta?
Liam, I'm trying to tell you right now, I'm trying to figure out a reason not to play this deck myself. I believe it is the best deck in the format. I truly feel that way. After seeing how Dylan performed with that strategy down in DLC in Melbourne, and how some of the other players from all the it's Melbourne, not
I
Melbourne,
know,
okay?
you told me that. Now I can't.
You can't go back now.
It still cracks me up.
If you put in the work and you put in the time required to be great in this strategy, I think it will deliver great results. As we do get the Delamoon Lullaby coming out and vaporizing the Singer 3 that was set up. So powerful turn from Dylan right here. So I think this deck is great.
Incredibly impactful turn here. I mean, one of the ways you slow down Dogs is by hitting that strength on turn 4. You need that 3-cost Singer. A bit of a risk playing that Cobra. It leads me to believe that was probably the only 3-cost he had in hand, because it does make it vulnerable to that Lullaby, which is being run quite a bit by the Dogs. So shutting down that Singer next turn is well, of course, we know he didn't have it in hand, hoping to draw into it in the next couple turns. But and look at this, JD, just going wide here.
What a turn. And no Willow to be had either, but your board is still super wide and super beefy as well. This Palace Guard notably cannot get down with anybody right now with his paltry 1/4. And we got rid of the Christopher Robin with that challenge from that powered up lady. So that was a very good use of that lady's special ability. Usually see her questing for 3, but the rare in the dish is challenge. Love to see that as we hit the genie on 4. So you are behind the tempo there, Liam. How are we going to get back into this thing? We need, I don't know. We need Elsa's here next turn.
It's tough. Losing that Cobra, incredibly impactful here. That was a powerful challenger, even if you didn't draw into the strength. But let's keep in mind, he also used the Bobby Zimmerowski to dump that Lilo into the discard pile last turn, which is a combo you love to see early. And scooting it right back into play here means he can go even wider. It's exactly how you want to. Oh my goodness! I know, 1-cost Tramp gonna dig 6 and dump 6, filling the discard pile and finding what he wants for this next turn. It's just, man, Dogs are barking.
And this is scary too, because you got the world is your oyster here. You can dig for the Chromacon, you can dig for the Under the Sea, you can dig for the Grandmother Willow. You can just find anything you need and just completely take over this game. And I noticed there is a very powerful lock that this deck can set up with that Grandmother Willow, with the Lilo, with the Chromacon together, and just bringing them back. Okay. We're going next.
It's free. It's a free Tramp digging for 7.
I'm not doing this.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I just fly 24 hours around the world to come back and sit ICL and watch this, Dylan. You need to calm down a little bit. Okay, relax, bud. I need you to actually chill a little bit.
Oh, this is wild. And I do believe, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think Dylan was on the draw as well, which is one of the reasons that these dog decks are so...
Oh no.
What do you say? Another one.
Another one.
Another
Not a
one.
triple. Okay.
If I see the fourth tramp, I am legit going to free. And to be honest, I would do it if I were Dylan just to do it. Like, let's see the fourth.
I mean, we got deck out. I think deck out is an option.
Oh man, I mean, you just got to do it just to do it. So this tramp, like high impact, like tramp wheel, keep dropping the tramps, all that, and originally into the Chernobog was something that is generally only available on the draw because you need the extra cards and able to have the ink to do all the things. So it's one of the reasons dogs are just so good because this draw, like, it's just ridiculous.
Right. And now you got the tramp layer, which is already just super problematic. Oof. And then you got the undersea stuff, which is still really good. Now you get the Lilo stuff. Now you're getting Nani added to the deck. Now you're getting that Grandmother Willow added to the deck. Now the game is just over. Liam, it's done.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
I think we're not scooping it up, but I think there's really not a lot of plays you can do because that was the turbo super giga mega high roll. And yeah, we're gonna get up out of here.
Yep.
Into a super quick game number 2.
And JD, it was fun hanging out with you. We may not be here too long.
Well, it's always fun, Liam, when you come through in the ICL. I'm glad to share these moments with you. These moments, however fleeting they may be, it's always a great time to to hang out. Okay. Oh, we might get a backup bonus match if this match does go short, but still, that was a And the thing is, Liam, going back to that previous set, I know I mentioned that it says that the meta really hasn't changed too much, and that was kind of a half truth because Amethyst Steel typically had a very good matchup into the Amber Emerald Dog strategy. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think the power buffs that they received, even though we really didn't see any of those new cards in that onslaught we just had there, I still think that the Grandmother Willow, the Nani, and then just some of those additional things just really bolster this strategy a little bit more. And I think it's much more even or maybe even slightly favored towards dogs in this day and age.
That's fascinating to hear you say that. I mean, I won't argue with it. Looking at the conversion rate, and I know you got to see a healthy dose of dogs down there. And yeah, Amethyst Steel, I mean, it didn't get a ton of new tools, did it?
Sorry, go ahead.
No. As you could say, you could argue that dogs didn't get a ton of new tools either, but the tools that it got, incredibly impactful. Yeah. Whereas, we got Sven and Amethyst Steel. Like
you got I guess they can play Angel. They can play Pocahontas, the new 2-cost Amethyst Pocahontas. They call it Poca Steel. Shout out to the winner of CCQ in Leicester.
Yes,
it's called Leicester. She won with an Amethyst Steel strategy, playing those Pocahontas, playing the very similar build to what Daniel has put here today, I believe, with the Christopher Robinson and things of that sort. So they have stuff, but it's just like what they're trying to do. That 1, 2, 3 is that good enough?
Yeah,
and especially if you get your tempo annihilated by a Delamoon Lullaby on curves, it's really not a lot you can do. You need that Cobra taking a couple of bodies with him, singing a song or something before he finds his way to the discard pile. So Daniel needs to come out a bit stronger, I would say, and maybe get a nice stable board. Maybe you've got Calhoun still in the deck. That'll be a great 2-cost character to lean on.
Yeah, Calhoun, you'd like to see that shut down the early questing, but you bring up a good point. It did get some stuff, but some of the stuff that you mentioned, like the Pocahontas and the Christopher Robin, et cetera, if you're using that in this matchup, if you're counting on leveraging that, you're counting on racing dogs, which you can do. I mean, you can try, but in general, it's going to be difficult, especially when they end up dropping a Chromicon early on, or they have an Under the Sea available to kind of to
for sure
spell you out. Yeah. So I don't know. The Angel is interesting though. Angel could be impactful, but you got to get to her is the problem.
Yeah, you got to get to her in time, and also have quality discards in your hand to be able to pitch off in the time of need. But man, what a fast and furious start as we go Palace Guard again, still leaning on those illusions, not afraid of the Delamoon's Lullaby, as the Horseman will strike. Daisy, still ever present 2-quest and 1-cost character.
Yeah, foul card if you're playing against it when you see it on turn 1. It's still quest for 1. And both players have 1/4s. The Daisy Duck is clearly the better one here in this scenario. The thing about Daisy too, a lot of people look at her questing ability, and yes, she's meant to race, but she's also a great fighter when she gets boosted with the tramp, etc., with her stat line there. So if Daniel is expecting her race, expect to see Daisy perhaps swinging in and doing a bit of control if Dylan manages to find some cards to augment her strength.
Oh, for sure. And there is that Pocahontas down as a as a character on 2. She can actually clone Daisy's 2 lore as well, so to help you with that racing, if that's the line you want to take. And there is the first Grandmother Willow we've seen on the ICL this season, with a free Bobby Zimmerowski as the follow-up.
Does he have the Lilo? He does have the Lilo again. Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh my goodness. Not again. Not like this.
That's 2 parts of the infinity puzzle set up now. So if you can just get into your Emerald Chromacon next turn without having some type of action or item removal, granted, Benja has been making his way back into the decks. Pluto, Steel Champion, has been making his way back in as the genie. This is looking kind of good though for Daniel.
Yeah, this is another. So I talked about how they didn't get a lot of new cards, but here is one that they did get. This genie has that boost 1, and it gains an extra lure for every card underneath it, which means, if you play it on curve, it's not going to get that extra lure early, but next turn it has 2, the following turn it has 3, and it can really stack up. This card does have the potential, I think, to make a big impact in this meta, especially when it's paired with that Pocahontas. So every lure you give that genie is another lure you're giving that Pocahontas when it quests.
Absolutely, and there's not a lot. There's also not a lot of answers to ready genie. So you can also just have them sit back and just gain lore pips, and have your opponent try to deal with it. Maybe go Delamoon's Lullaby, Under the Sea kind of thing to get through them. But that 3/4 stat line is rather rigid as well. So this card might be a much better start for Daniel here.
Yeah, also a decent fighter if Dylan accumulates a bit of a board and decides to start to do a little questing with that Daisy, etc. 3 is not terrible at this point in the game. And you mentioned earlier leveraging the Daisy Ducks lore. You noticed that Dylan did not quest with the Daisy last turn, had the opportunity to, but perhaps worried about giving Dylan already indicating he wants to try to gain a little bit of a lore edge, perhaps worried about giving 3 lore off that Pocahontas. So she's already doing work, but here we're stacking up the Willows, JD.
Oh man, now we got double Willow, so Lilo will be able to return for free if that's the play you want to take. We do have that Tigger in hand, that new Amethyst Tigger, that 4/3. We'll be able to bounce one of these Grandmother Willows if that's the play you want to make. But this is a problem. Now you're in trouble. If Dylan retains this entire board and comes through with an Amethyst Chromacon next turn, it can get very, very problematic, very annoying, super quick for Daniel. So you got to make something happen. I don't know what that something is, but you're going to have to keep your tempo as high as possible. So maybe even taking the turn off to boost this genie might not be the most ideal maneuver either.
No, really interested to see what we have here. It is that Tigger, slow the tempo down a little bit. And, you want to get to that Elsa, that turn 5. Elsa will let you do a bit of control. We sent back the Daisy Duck, it looks like, which is interesting. It shuts down that lure. It shuts down that strong challenger if there's a tramp to booster, but also it's uninkable. So you are restricting Dylan's ink options if you wanted to. It doesn't give him that option. So interesting play there.
And we were able to get an additional lore with that Pocahontas, I believe. So we quest for 3, and the Pocahontas gives you 1. So that's how you get up to that 5. Thinking here is Dylan, I believe you are in your pre-draw phase. So you're making that option. If you want to bring back that Lilo, it will be for free, and you will bypass probably selling Tramp here pretty hard as your follow-up play. Or maybe Chromacon is also a card that you could be looking for.
Love to find a Chromacon, I think. And this is, so we're counting the reduction. It looks like a tramp. I was about to say we're counting cards, we're counting ink, we're counting Willows, probably a tramp. This tramp heavily discounted by those Willows, as well as the other characters in play. And now you do have 5 characters in play and 2 ink left over. So if you find another one, you can play another one, dumping another Lilo.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness gracious. And you really need to stack up a board here because, the Genie and the Pocahontas together are dangerous. And next turn, unless you're going to do some control this turn, Daniel able to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 11. And one more turn, he could close it down with that Genie and the Pocahontas. So
very true.
You definitely want to stack up a board state here.
And there is the Chromacon.
No,
so,
okay.
But now you're like you mentioned, Leo, you might be in you bring up a great point. You might be in a position where you actually could, in theory, race this Chromacon, especially if you get another tempo Tigger or something else that can bounce something back to hand, or if you get another high quality challenging character or get a song or something, or an angel to get some lore off the board. You can potentially get to a spot where you can race this board and win with that heavy questing Pocahontas. However, the tramp will swing next turn, I believe, unless you're going to go for it right now.
Yeah, I would be interested to see if he tries to squeak out a little bit of lore here. I think that's the right call because Daniel indicating, the danger really here is that Daniel decides to race, and I think that's the play. So almost free lore there. And this is also the Elsa turn. Elsa is going to exert something anyway, potentially. True. So you may as well get the quest out of those characters. But no, instead of the Elsa, we're going to see a boost here. Give the lore to that Genie. Probably, again, you get the bonus from the Pocahontas. So an aggressive play.
And we inked the Cheshire Cat. And the Christopher Robin. So we are legging it out. We're
my
running
goodness.
the distance. We're going for absolute speed here. And the questing has begun. Genie now going for 2. Pocahontas will take 3. That's fine. And now the Palace Guard will take another 1 added on to the clock. And we have a legitimate clock here.
Oh, this is fantastic. And
Daniel.
And now you have to answer that, Genie. Both Pocahontas will benefit next turn questing for a 4. If you don't do something about that card, you must answer it. You do have the tramp. It challenges for 2, but you'll need something else.
Well, you have the smaller tramp. Maybe you can get to a couple of those and bring back the smaller tramp to be able to increase someone's strength by a nice amount. Take down the Genie. Pocahontas only has 2 willpower, so you can trade there pretty effectively with the other tramp if you want, but you're not gaining any lore. And you now have another 2 quester up with Pocahontas staying readied as well. Under the Sea actually would be quite devastating in this game. No, actually, no,
Yes.
it wouldn't. Pocahontas is a 3-2. I'm sorry, Liam. She's quite buff. Is she 3-2 or 1-2? What's her stat line?
Now I have to double check.
Let me pull her up, man, because that's great. I think
If she's at 3-2, that would be nuts. Is she?
No, she's at 3-2. She's 0-2. I think she's.
Okay.
She's a 3-2. Oh my god. Oh
my goodness.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's crazy. On 2, a 3-2 on 2 is bonkers. Anyway, like
the card is good. I mean,
yeah, that's great. Great. No wonder it won a CCQ. There you go.
Yeah, the card is actually kind of insane there.
Yeah, we're professionals. We're professionals.
Yeah, we got this. We're pros. We're pros. And we got another big body tramp coming on through for free. Is it going to be enough? You need to find a smaller tramp here. I think that's what you're looking for. Something to be able to increase challenging power, I think, is what you need.
I think you're right. I mean, you can run a bunch of stuff into the Genie, but like you'd rather deal with it a little more cleanly. You could even remove a Pocahontas if you wanted to, but this is just a really tough spot. The one blessing I think for Dylan is Daniel, I believe, is top decking now. So if you do manage to find a tramp, if you do manage to remove just enough to keep him under control, you've got potentially Daniel could hit a string of unfortunate cards, but this is I really want to see how I navigate this.
This is a spot. This spot is tough. This spot because you have the Genie, who is probably the biggest threat, and then you have 2 of those ready Pocahontases, which are also super threats on their own. Because right now you can come back in and boost Genie next turn. Genie goes for 3 on his own. Now Pocahontas is going for 4. That is just almost that the game is over at that point.
Yeah,
you have that Palace Guard you have to deal with. You can't clear everything unless you have an Under the Sea, which still wouldn't be able to do it. You're leaving behind literally all the mainstay in the middle. And you're taking away a lot of your challenging capability as well.
Yeah, the problem is, I mean, so the Christopher Robin with the Pocahontas is 5 by itself. And so then you only need 3 of the exerted characters, 3 lore off the exerted characters to win the game. So by clearing the Pocahontas and the Genie, you can buy yourself 1 more turn, but you'd love to be able to clear off more. The tramp answers the Pocahontas well enough. There it is. And then now the question is, do we've got the boost for the Genie, or are you just going to run it?
You're sending your whole side in. Yeah, you're sending your whole side in.
Go!
Your whole side goes in. Just unfortunate circumstances there. You do what must be done, but that is still brutal, brutal, brutal. Pocahontas still is going to get you 3 here, no matter what. Exerted tramp and also Christopher Robin going for 2. So that's 5 right there. 6, 7. That gets you up to 19, Liam.
Yeah. That's my goodness. And a bunch of goodness gracious.
Yeah, this Pocahontas is messed up. Hold up. This Pocahontas might be messed up, Liam.
It won a CCQ. It's man.
The card's messed up, man.
Oh goodness gracious. Dude, where pairing it with that Genie is just brutal, and Christopher Robin, and Genie's just there minding his own business, trying to read his book, and a bunch of dogs and trees come running in to do some damage. And you know what they have in common, JD? Both Grandmother Willow and the dogs have a decent amount of bark.
You guys see that? You guys are missing that. You guys aren't seeing that. That's pretty good. Decent amount of bark. Get it?
Yep.
Get it?
Yep.
See?
Oh man,
I love you. The love I have for you was.
I appreciate it. Thank you for laughing at my jokes.
I'm going to laugh. Otherwise, a joke is not as good if no one laughs. Okay, every time you tell a joke, no matter what, I'm going to laugh. Okay, no matter how bad it is,
how terrible it is.
I'm the perfect audience, Liam. Okay, I'm for you specifically, not everyone else. Just for you, because I know when it's coming, and I can almost sometimes feel the setup, and then it delivers. Boom. and I'm ready for it every single time. Just
I
don't stop.
appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just don't
Thank you for
stop.
letting me be me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But we are going into the all important game number 3. We saw Dylan come out of there raging hot and heavy game number 1. And now he got stifled as Daniel was able to reveal a little bit more of the strategy and what you're trying to do. So it's basically empty steel, but it seems like you have it geared to be a bit more aggressive. You saw that Genie, you saw that Pocahontas to Christopher Robin. I would like to see that Christopher Robin get a chance to shine on the draw here using that underdog ability. Big fan of the underdog mechanic coming into this winter spell set.
Yeah, it's really interesting because there are cards that have underdog, and you're like, if I'm playing this on curve, it's bad, and so I'm benefiting from it. Not even 50% of the time because based on the die roll, I'm only gonna be on the draw 50% of the time, and then I'm not going to get it every game and all that. But Christopher Robin's an example of a card because it pairs well with the Pocahontas, because it's aggressive anyway. Like, it's not terrible on curve, and so it's one of the few underdog cards that I've seen that really can and does and is having an impact on the meta. There's some others that I'm just not as impressed with, but
yeah, I thought the Liquidator will make much more of an impact because of his stats and everything, but just being Ruby, I think, is the end all be all of that guy. And Angel, the new 1/3 singer Angels 3 singer on underdog, it just has not found a home yet. People speculated early that it will be a card that would probably take over the meta or have a lot of meta relevance, but it just has not found that home in this early stages. Granted, we are still very, very early in Winter Spell, so I can only assume that it will get a bit better going forward as new decks come to the forefront. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes going into DLC and Ghent here in a few short weeks. And also the Ink Open this weekend. Hopefully I see you guys all out there getting active as the stare down commences. So Dylan, probably looking for those same very powerful openings that you did. Like to see some of those 03 ladies start us off. Daisy Duck also pretty good.
There she's back. She's carrying the teddy bear. She's ready to get this thing going. Yeah.
I had a nightmare that they reprinted this card in post rotation.
Yeah,
yeah,
please. No, please no. Please no. And a Christopher Robin, Christopher Robin, there he is, the underdog ability coming into play here, cheating him out early.
And that's pretty much going to be the freest 2 lore of your life. Never mind Grandmother Willow coming in, being an underdog of her own, technically, as Bobby Zimmerowski is going to come through again. Please don't kick it. Oh, not like this again with the Lilo down to the discard pile.
An incredibly powerful setup here. We'll see. So he does get the Pocahontas off the top deck, and the Pocahontas. I mean, the problem is he could try to race here. I know Dylan's got the edge because of the Daisy, but we're only questing for 4 otherwise. You could drop the Pocahontas, who could serve as a decent challenger if Dylan continues to try to quest, and then Pocahontas pairs well with the Christopher Robin, but instead we're going to see the Olaf.
Interesting.
And I'm trying to see only
maybe we're gonna ink. Maybe got an ink star. No, maybe got a hook here. Maybe got a Captain Hook. Something that can aggress the board, and it is Gantu. He can do a very good job of aggressing this board a little bit, being that 3/3. You will have to discard a card though, so that's a huge downside of this new Gantu. But still, 3/3 stat line seems quite nice, being able to check down.
I know. So the interesting thing here, I mean, a very impactful card. I didn't think this would see much play because of the premium, that you have on card draw in the early game. But the interesting thing in this scenario is Daniel did get an extra card off of that Daisy, and so he's really card neutral right now. And in return, he gets this powerful challenger on the board. And with that, Christopher Robin does get to do a little bit of racing himself. So now things are interesting because Dylan wants to be the beatdown here, wants to drive his lore total, but that Daisy Duck now incredibly susceptible to that Gantu.
And yeah, you can't even challenge this Christopher Robin. He's free and clear to quest, and you must keep your board somewhat relevant and healthy to ensure that you can play Tramp in a timely manner. So you'll be very reluctant to send some challenges into this Christopher Robin, who could, in theory, just start clocking you out from now all the way into the end of the game. As this is a pretty staunch board that Daniel has created. So now Dylan, unless you get to that smaller Tramp, we're talking 2-cost Tramp still. Maybe send him in, get the Bobby Zimmerowski moving into the Christopher Robin, and just get your 1-for-1 there. Get that 2 lore off the board. I think it might be a bit important.
I think you're right. I mean, you'd love to have that little Tramp right here. Plenty of things you could send in. And it's just, gosh, it's an interesting play. You mentioned, JD, how the importance of the Calhoun on 2 here when you're in the control room. The Calhoun on 2 would have been like, if he dropped Calhoun on 2, we both would have been like, oh, great, that'll shut things down for a little bit.
Right.
But here, even better, getting both characters on the board, setting up that utility Olaf, and also you can drop your 3 cost on 3, and you have a little bit of insurance, a little bit of wiggle room with that extra character to give your strength that little extra oomph on turn 4 if you have it. So really, really interesting play. I don't know that I've seen, like, did you see much of this Gontu down in
Oh no,
Australia?
we didn't see too much of the Gontu there. We saw a significant amount of the location version of the strategy, which has kind of shocked and surprised me. I didn't see too much of that. As the Mowgli will come through and actually hit Striker Raging Fire.
Oh, that's huge.
Very nice. Playing it a little bit preemptively too, so giving yourself a chance to get it before your opponent can get rid of it. But yeah, we didn't see too much of this Gantu in the Amethyst and Steel, but it might be something to look at. I just like the idea of getting rid of more cards in your hand without some type of immediate payoff. But that 3/3 stat line is just very enticing. I can see why people would like to play this card.
Yeah, I don't think I'll see much play. But a great gamble here, especially if you're gambling going into this matchup where you could benefit from the Daisy. It is kind of fascinating. But losing that strength probably. Yeah. That's true. So, okay. We're talking to production here. We're like, it's like Jiminy Cricket, voice in our head. Or Kronk with a, I don't know. The wizard on his shoulder.
You can't play it. You can't play it.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out which one you were.
The Kronk, because he's dual link, I think. The one can't discard or something. That'd be pretty neat if we can get a chance to get those played together. Or maybe they make something to where you can get a benefit from being discarded or something like that. As Dylan now, who still is in a pretty decent position, but losing that strength,
he draws into his strength.
Oh my goodness.
And this is why you get rid of it here, because even though you pointed out did play it preemptively before the turn 4 Sing, but would have had the ink on turn 3 to play it for and that's exactly what he did, getting rid of that high threat lady, and now questing for all the way up to 5. So definitely doing what he needs to do here.
Yeah, putting the pressure on. This Christopher Robin is looking great. You did make your Gontu vulnerable. You got to get tramped sooner or later. He's going to come. The smaller one, I mean, to bolster someone's strength. And now you have a line to take down both of these exerted characters. And there is the big body tramp. He's out here now. He's loose. Huge 2/6. Seeing what we can discard. We still haven't set up any Chromacon plays yet.
King of the board here. Like he doesn't go after the edge. I'm splitting my cards, putting him right in the middle. And yeah, it will. I mean, great card, Tramp. One of the best cards in all of Disney Lorcana right now. The discount is great, but getting to dig, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards sometimes to find exactly what you need in any given scenario is incredibly powerful. I wouldn't be surprised to see him looking for a Chromacon here.
Yeah.
You'd love to have one at this point.
I will take an Under the Sea tier too. I will, because you figure Elsa's coming, you figure Genie might be coming. I'd take an Under the Sea and just prepare myself to sing that next turn, leave this Gantu available, and then just keep going. As the Elsa will find her way down to the Inkwell, and the Cheshire Cat can be deployed. So now Under the Sea looks a bit worse though.
Well, and perhaps sensing that Under the Sea, Daniel, I mean, he could not have the Genie. He could be playing around it here. Just knowing that that's a possibility and getting another quest in with the Gontu and the Christopher Robin. Both of those characters a little more vulnerable with that 2/6 tramp on the board. So now Dylan has a few more options to deal with them if he wants.
And there is that Chromacon. So the challenging and questing can begin. The exertion, and we do have the Under the Sea. So we do.
Yes. Well. And whether I'm interested if he played around it or not, because insulating himself just a little bit. If he had a Genie on board there, that would have been devastating. But at least he keeps the cat, and it looks like we're going to quest now that Chromacon's on board. The questing feels a lot more tempting.
The Angel does come out though. With the Chromacon, it all just gets worse. But even if he did grab that, if he played Tramp and grabbed the Under the Sea and Chromacon together, I don't hate him for it. I think that was still pretty a solid play, a solid Tramp take. And it just so happened to get countered here by this Cheshire Cat. But now it's going to get a little bit weird, because you have Cheshire Cat versus Chromacon, and this is where you need to start gluing your brain bucket to your head and start doing some permutations in mathematics, because you could, in theory, challenge, pop, something gets bounced, replay, etc. I don't know, when the Chroma comes out, it gets really weird.
Yeah, I really like. Oh goodness, and here comes the Elsa able to do some. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Really, really big brain whenever the Chromacon's in play. But look at that, Daniel saying, you know what? I've built up such a lore lead that
Yeah,
I'm
let's
going to
race.
continue to the beatdown. You challenge into me. The fun thing too is if things start to get squirrely with the Lilo, now you do have the Angel. You can play that later. And when things get bounced back to your hand, you know, if you can't play them, they become Angel fuel, able to blast Escape Artist off the board if you need to slow down your opponent. So, I mean, Dylan definitely is going to be able to race for a lot more here. Daniel only with 3 on board. So,
yeah, this is,
tough.
I think you still might have to, unless you have like you're setting yourself up for a Binger off the top, and you just goad it with the sauce like that. You can just slam this Binger and get through this Chromacon and be on your way. But at a certain point, you're going to start losing this lore race relatively quickly. You have this. I think even that turn, I think it might have been beneficial to try to get 2 characters off the board, especially that Grandmother Willow. I think she had to go there. Tempo be whatever it's going to be, and the questing has begun from Dylan now.
Yeah, it's interesting here. And now, I mean,
Oh,
that
come on,
lore parity, but ooh, we're gonna get the
oh,
Hades off the top.
iconic! Look at that too, balling outrageous.
I
Hades.
know. Are those double sleeved? I don't think they
I
are.
hope so. Maybe
Oh,
not though. Maybe just playing it fast and loose
my goodness.
with the single sleeve
Oh
iconic Hades.
man, beautiful card. Beautiful card. Shout out to Marcel Berg.
But now it's about to get weird because now the Chromacon can really start to cause some calamity and strife. And there he is.
Oh my goodness! Did he find that off the top? If he found that off the top, that is bonkers. And Dylan probably shaking his head like, "Oh my goodness!" Unless he was setting up for that this whole time with the Elsa, because now we're gonna get to do some challenging and some wonky stuff and some damage moving. And oh my goodness,
that's next level. That's a great play. If he had that Benja, he had to talk because he had the Angel. Where'd the Angel go?
It's still there. It's in his hand.
So he had to top deck the Benja because we knew the hand because he had Angel. So
Angel and Hades. That's right.
You play to your outs, I suppose. Yeah, because Angel Hades is the hand. You play to your outs, and there he is. So Benja coming out, the King Mentor, breaking that through that Chromacon, and we got a whole new game here. The game is just starting for Daniel.
And here comes the cat, and Cat's gonna hit the Lilo.
And yeah, now we can probably pop some boost here. Yeah.
Let's do that. Yep, there goes the Lilo. And oh my JD. Oh my.
No. Not like this. That is actually insane, bonkers, broken. You can't do anything. Benja, that's you get, and you gotta applaud Daniel. I mean, you put him in the deck. That's why the cards are there. And for literally this exact reason.
For that card, right? Like that card. And how many do you think is running, right? Like 2, 3? I mean, 3.
3 max.
If you're really worried about it,
I would
3
say
max, like 2 probably. Yeah. And now that the Chromacon is gone, Dylan has to think about a little bit more control. It's challenging into the Gontu there, has to slow down Daniel. The role's shifting here from beatdown to control to beatdown back to control.
Insane Benja. That was just a really, really strong, powerful Benja. Haven't seen a Benja like that in a really long time. He can come through now and also begin to quest for 2. And the Elsa and Cheshire Cat, is there a better combo with that 5 willpower, being able to just completely take a character down and then send more damage over to another ready character? This looks very, very problematic for Dylan. Not gonna lie, that Benja just changed everything. You were in a very comfortable spot, and now you are compromised. Outrageous, man. So how do you get out of this one? You already used it Under the Sea too, Lamb. I'm not sure how many of those cards you're playing.
That's true. I mean, 2 max. If you're playing the Chromacon, it's probably 2 max, if not 1. If you're pairing them, probably 2. But it's it's tough. I mean, you need a challenger. You need, it's funny how we keep talking about the power of that tramp, which can augment strength. I mean, that would be fantastic here.
Hey, I think one down in Inkwell now.
Oh, that's true. There's one
that and probably turn that Bobby Zimmerowski into a competent challenger and get through the Cheshire Cat, because I think their cat is a real problematic card in this current juncture, depending on what the rest of the hand is. Also, that Nani, the stage manager Nani, 3/3. I mean, that's a pretty competent, capable challenger to be able to at least clear this Benja off the board, because he's about to go insane with the questing too. So this is looking all right. Daniel. Yeah, I'd like Tramp into the Bobby to clear the Cheshire Cat there.
It's so interesting here. So we just quested with the duck. Dude.
Is Bobby on the field, or is that Tramp on the field, or is he in the Inkwell?
In the Inkwell.
think
In
it's
Inkwell, okay.
Yeah. So did we hit anything up the Daisy, by the way?
We quested Daisy, and I don't. Did he reveal? I think it's still 2 cards in hand. I don't think we triggered that Daisy.
Yeah, interesting. I'd be wondering. Yeah,
if the judge is involved there. I don't know if that's something that we can.
I may have missed it, but as always, but
I might have too. But I know there were 2 cards in hand.
Did the Daisy challenge gone to?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, JJ challenge gone to. Okay.
Yeah,
there we go. It's a long turn. It was a long turn for ducks. So yeah, questing up to 14. I kind of like this. Did a little bit of control, and 14. This deck can definitely drop 4-6 lore on the board in a single turn. But only 1 card in hand.
Yeah, I like a full on. If I'm Daniel, I'm loving a full board clear here while keeping some damage at the same time, and then add some more threats to the board. I think it's a high octane play, and it looks like we are going to go for 2 more ink. If this is that Pocahontas, I'm scared a bit.
There's so many things that could.
Hades and Angel here, both in hand. I'd slam that Angel so fast my head would still be spinning, and I wouldn't even, it'd be on the board. I'd have that card discarded so quickly, like, you wouldn't know what hit you.
Yeah, you can just clear it off here.
But no, we'll go for the Hades. It looks like very high tempo Hades. He's out here grabbing up maybe that Bobby Zimmerowski or the Daisy. Yeah, this one might be.
This
Hades one might be over.
Hades such a brutal card because it gives you the agency, right? Like if it just said, your opponent draws 2 cards or like banish a card, like you'd be like, okay, my opponent had it. But the fact that you have to take ownership of your decision, and that makes it so bad. It's like you did it to yourself. And Dylan, of course, there's characters coming into premium right now, electing to let Daniel draw 2 cards. Now the cat's going to challenge, and Benja going to challenge. No, Benja's going to challenge as well. There we go.
Yeah,
and the
board is clear here.
Anyway,
I honestly, I don't know if there is a line for Dylan to crawl back into this thing, especially with a known entity of Angel in hand right now. And that's going to be able to take down whatever character you get ready. Oh, by the way, we have the option to boost as well. And we have damage floating all over the board with the Cheshire Cat and the Elsa. So this is just, oh man, it's hard. It's very hard mode. It all comes back to that Benja, man. You were doing so well. If that Benja just didn't happen to you, you'd probably win this game, like going away.
Yeah, there's so many little things that just fell right for Daniel this game, from getting the extra card, which allowed him to play the Gantu and not suffer the ink disadvantage, to playing the cat on 3, whether that was his only card or whether that was a choice, or rather cat on 4, which insulated him from Under the Sea, and now that cat's sticking around, to top decking the Benja. It just felt like all of these little things were going right for him, and it just made it very, very difficult, because everything that Dylan did was just suboptimal, right? Just a little bit suboptimal. Although, I mean, and then Dylan hits the strength with the Mowgli. And Daniel right strength, right? Yeah. So I don't know. It's one of those games where it just feels like everything went Daniel's way.
Right. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. That's just the nature of trading card games in general. Not just our game, but literally any game. And sometimes you're gonna get the cards, and sometimes you just aren't. And this one, Dylan just did not get the cards needed, and Daniel just did, for sure. So this one is probably going to be stuck at 14, but unless you can, it's just really tough to assemble a board that's going to be resistant enough to bypass Cheshire Cat and Angel. I don't think you can beat both of those cards.
Yep. I agree.
We're trying to get somewhere. I'm not sure. I think I might be frozen on my end.
Yeah, it's tough to tell. Like I'm watching his hand. It's like Dylan's hand is there's a slight quiver, you can tell. I think just thinking through every possible line.
Yeah.
I think, or they're playing a joke on us. I mean, it might be. Daniel said, "Hey man, let's just not move for 15 minutes and see if we can fake out the ICL."
There's a little twitch here or there.
Yeah, I think they're playing a joke. I think they're playing a joke.
Oh,
there he is.
There we go.
Signs of life. We're alive. It's funny.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe just trying to figure out the last little piece. Maybe doing some mathematics here, punch some numbers, crunching some numbers. I have no clue what's happening there. Maybe we'll get a.
Yeah, I mean there's 20 minutes left. I think Dylan is just trying to figure out, is there anything? Oh,
Oh,
there's
it's
a
a
judge
judge
call.
call. Ah, okay, okay. All right. Shout out to the judges, by the way, ICL judges. Um, some of the best judges we have in the game. Lore guides, as I think they're being called now. I'm always going to say judge, but I think lore guide is kind of fun to say. I'm not going to lie. It feels good to rip lore guide at the top of your
I do
lungs.
too.
It's
I do too.
lore
Yeah, but
guide.
the
Let's go.
tournament I was watching this weekend, JD, down at Tried Gaming, shout out to those folks while we're
Mhm.
waiting for this call. They provided all of their tables little buttons that were
You're
coded to the
kidding.
table. And so instead of shouting judge, you just press the button and the little board lit up at the judge station, which told
Get
you which
out of
table to go
town.
to, and then the judge would go. It's pretty neat.
That's almost like a restaurant, like a
I know,
Denny's or something.
yeah. Like you get a
That's
little
pretty
buzzer, and
cool.
it was
That's
pretty
next
cool.
level. That'd be so
Yeah.
classy. I
Yeah.
think I'd abuse that. I just push the button and just have the judge come by and be like, "Hey man, I just want to let you know you're doing a great job." All right,
That's right. Just high five, man.
get out of here.
Yeah.
Shove off.
Yep.
Scram. All right. No, it was pretty good. That's pretty nice.
It was good. I
A
enjoyed that.
little button technology, but that takes away the calling for the judge. Is
I
like the best
know, right?
part, man.
From the diaphragm.
Yeah.
Judge. We should have a judge call competition. You know, where people
Liam.
get on stage, they shout, and then we grade them.
That's good.
Right here, I'll unmute
Oh.
so chat can hear me. There was just a minor lore thing earlier in the game. He had quested with 3 characters.
Ah, okay. Ah. Let's get it. Okay.
do.
Okay. Well, congratulations to Daniel T for coming out and winning Ink Pass, making a debut. Shocking.
All right, so I guess I double clicked it and they didn't hear me, or maybe they did hear me. But
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
so they should be able to hear me now. There's just a lore discrepancy.
Okay.
Just short and sweet that time.
Ink
Yeah.
Pass coming out and getting a dice roll game win. Did not take down SLTC, but did make a shocking victory there, taking down SLTC, one of the teams that's been perennial all-stars in this league for the first 2 seasons. Yeah.
It's a great point, JD. Yeah, the rookies coming out here, taking a game off the big dogs, off the veterans, and great games by all players.
For sure. And I mean, if you watch all those matches, it seemed like they were very competent, very capable. It just came down to a couple of draws, especially in that game number 2, and also that game number 1 as well, the Blurple Mirror. So it's great to see new teams coming in, playing very well, representing themselves well, and hopefully we see a lot more of the Ink Pass crew in the ICL. But taking nothing away from the SLTC. Juggernauts then, Juggernauts now, going in for maybe 3 for 3, going back to the finals one more time if they can pull that off.
Oh,
sick.
we're gonna bonus Lorcana potentially. You love bonus Lorcana.
It's got to be a Blurple Mirror. It's got to be a Blurple Mirror.
Oh man, you know what, JD? I still love a good Blurple Mirror.
Me too.
I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Me too.
I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Or we got this too. What we got going on here, Luke? I'm not over.
What?
I can do it. I mean,
we were just talking about how much we loved it. Go, yeah. Well,
I don't mind. I honestly don't mind. I think they are. They're heavily. You have to use a lot of tactics. You have to express a lot of skill in order to get the smallest micro advantages from the Sapphire Amethyst Mirror. You have to build your deck in a cohesive way that makes sense, and you have to have techs that work. It's a good deck, man. It's a good mirror match. I don't hate it. As we are going to go ahead and play something else. So Malicious, Mean, and Scary coming on through, putting a bunch of damage counters on all these characters. Is that a Prince Philip off the board that we're seeing?
I am
double.
Trying to.
No, it is not. It's just double malicious, mean, and scary to go ahead and clear a lot of those characters on the board. However, the Christopher Robin
That's
falls to a
better.
Tipo challenge now, leaving nothing but Yzma by herself now. So it looks to be Amethyst Steel versus Emerald Sapphire. Amethyst Steel, um, very similar to the strategy that we just saw before with Christopher Robbins, with the Pocahontases. Is this might just be the new standard now of just more of an aggressive Amethyst Steel option instead of the more of the mid-rangey version that we've kind of grown accustomed to.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised, especially in a world filled with dogs and Blurple. You can run under Blurple, and you can try to, and we saw it actually take on dogs from an aggro perspective. So, seems to be doing work in that regard. And I wouldn't be surprised if that is the standard build.
Hmm.
That Yzma being on board is great, especially compared with the Cobra. I'm going to guess that Genie was the last card in hand. So Yzma now activating, drawing 3. What a powerful turn, JD, getting
Yeah,
that 2 lore
that was
and
so
then getting
nice.
3 cards.
I'm also loving seeing this Yzma conniving chemist come back into play before she inevitably gets rotated out of the game. I think this card is great, and it never really got a chance to shine in the sunshine. I mean, she got played, she did see playability, but it didn't get that chance to just really rock the metagame like I thought this card could. I thought this card was gonna be a very high impact card, and it just wasn't. And now in this winter spell meta, she seems like she has a very nice place in this Amethyst Steel deck. Just for plays like that, Lane, like you pointed out, being able to discard Cobra and then draw back. So what's the downside? You got
Yeah.
no
Well,
bad side.
especially in a world now where these decks are running versions of Angel. So
Uh
if you
huh.
can discard like 2 cards to Angel, imagine drawing 3 cards, and then you've got those cards you can either use or discard to Angel. That's potentially 10 damage in a turn. So Yzma,
Yeah.
just a real fun card with this tech. Um,
It's a great card. I love it. I'm glad that it finally. Maybe I'm just jealous. Maybe I'm just saying that because I have my play set and I have the enchanted versions of that card. Maybe it'll just go up a little bit and for
yeah,
my own
right.
selfish reasons. But
They were really
understood.
cheap for a while. Is
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
ticking up again? But on the other side, so Neji with that cow that everybody hates to see across the board, but not like super impactful at this point. AWOL with, I think, 3 cards in hand now after inking that strength. Oh, another Yzma. And oh,
Hmm.
oh my goodness. So
Interesting
1 card
stare
in
down.
hand. Yeah.
Yzma versus Clarabelle. Where do you fall as we're getting another piece of lore in, going up to 15, all the way down to 0 is Najee. You're gonna need to, and you can't even play cards like you're welcome, I think, in this scenario. Even Mother Knows Best feels bad. What do we do there? We just play the strength for 2, just to keep our hand size down a little bit for Clarabelle
Yeah.
purposes.
Yep. Just keep that hand under control. And the game's not over yet, though. I mean, these Sapphire Emerald decks, once they get cooking with a decent amount of ink, I mean, there's so many removal options. They can just keep any ready character off the board. The problem is, I'm looking at the inkwell down
Mm.
there, and it looks like we hit the early ramp, but we're just not in a scenario we can string together a ton of that removal. You will need eventually to hit another board clear, and we've already used 2 malicious, mean, and scary. So it does feel like Najee's on the ropes just a little bit, as long as that Yzma's on the board, able to refill the hand every single turn. So it's interesting.
And it has some good synergy too to play around that Clarabelle, so you can get the 3 cards and hopefully use them all before Clarabelle can get any value. Just increasing your board position and singing songs and doing all those types of things. So great use of resources coming in from AWILP in the flower form. Najee, I think, and especially in this late game, drawing Tipo feels kind of miserable. Like you want something that has a bit more impact. You'd like to see a John Silver there potentially, even though Yzma still could use her unique ability around John Silver. But just having something with some body and something that can impact this board instead of a 2-cost inkable Tipo 1/2 that quest for 1. You're not Fungus, man. You could try, but I think he only has a jutsu that can pull that off, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what this is. That is the Chernobog. Where's that? Where's that, JD?
That is Chernobog. That
Oh,
is the new
called
Chernobog.
it. Called it.
Banished it.
Oh
But
yeah, thanks.
he's not going to use his unique ability because he will be able to bring another character from the discard pile back to the field. So you're not going to go for that. Just bringing out a 5/5 challenger, I suppose, to maybe check down this Yzma. But that's 3 lore still that you gave up here. And Yzma can also just bypass the 2 quests and just go for the ability one more time and maybe find another Cobra. Elsa.
Ooh.
And
Looks
a Clarabelle falls here in a trade.
Oh my goodness. And probably, knew that was in hand, that getting that strength earlier, getting it out of hand for the Clarabelle, but also preparing for this exact play. So good looking ahead there. And then with an empty hand, or sorry, I think one card in hand, so we'll draw 2. Ink for turn.
Inking that Genie. And playing the Christopher Robin for another 2 lore. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. That get up to 19 the next turn if we can't take anything out. Certainly, this Chernobog is going to jump down and take out the Yzma, like for
Snap
sure.
challenge that Yzma.
Like almost immediately that gets challenged. So I think only come back with 3 next turn, get you up to 17. And then is there Hades? Maybe Hades the Infernal Schemer would be a nice card to play in this scenario as well, to just get that more lore off the board.
Yeah. You'd love, I mean, this is the point in the game where this Amethyst Emerald deck starts to accumulate the resources it needs to really start to check things. And I mean, AWL is doing really well. 14 lore, 2 on board with that Christopher Robin, another one with that Elsa. So, and with Cobras running around, anytime you're at 17, 18 lore, it's rather scary, but not over yet. 7 minutes now.
And there he goes. Yzma falls. That's 2 more.
Yeah.
That's 3 damage. Yzma is a 3/3. Still sitting at 0 though. That seems so almost insurmountable in this spot. As the Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman is going to come through. That card right there seems desperate times call for desperate measure. I mean, must be done. But give him the Amethyst Steel player another card here in this low resource, super tight, almost about to win condition seems.
Well, the important part about him too, like it is super risky, but he also does sing. He sings "You're Welcome," which could be impactful. There's a world in which you top deck the "You're Welcome," the Clarabelle, string those together. But this feels bad. That Cobra coming down an extra 2, putting even closer, all the way to 19. This is really tough now.
Yeah. So you need to have both pieces of the combo here off of the top. You need Prince Philip and Malicious Mean Scary. I don't think you can get it. Let's see what the challenges look like. Can you go for a Hades? No. You need
I mean, You're Welcome. The problem is Elsa has so much willpower.
And she's evasive too.
Yeah, that's right. that small detail.
Yeah, you can try. I mean, that could be
right?
Maybe there's a random ink runner you got.
Yeah.
A random ink runners in the deck. You slam it, and then you're welcome. Wait a minute.
What are we doing here? So
okay, goes down.
But still, you're gonna need 2 You're Welcomes or the combo, and we've already used 2 of the MMMs. So what do we got here?
Let's see. It looks like we are going to take the Tipo. Maybe You're Welcome our own Tipo here, and hope that's good enough.
I mean, as long as you have a Tipo, there's hope. If Fungus taught us anything, that's the move, JD. You called it. So sending the Tipo down, just hoping, praying for that combo. If he top decks a Prince Philip and a Malicious Mean Scary, JD, I'm walking off this camera right now.
He could have one. He could have one piece in hand already.
That's
and he
true.
Just needs the other.
That's true.
And you also, I believe, looking at your inkwell, you have 3, 6, 9 in there. You can afford a Vision of the Future as well. So you have, and maybe develop your brain or something like that. So you have the options to be able to find a piece of your dig. Hades wouldn't do anything. Mother Knows Best would not do anything. Yeah, I think it's full combo or bust or Vision to dig more. Or maybe sell. I think you can afford to sell as well to draw one more. You're looking for rips here.
Oh, what is it? Oh my goodness. I mean, I love like low probability plays. If he, man, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. There's a pause.
Yeah, I think it's. We're grabbing a pretty healthy amount of ink.
Oh man.
Which also feels bad. I guess you can Donald sing You're Welcome onto the Chernobog.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, Basil, Under the Sea. Oh, never mind. Under the Sea would have done it. No, it would not have. Wait, hold up. You're
Yeah, 'cause
welcome to. If you had the Under the Sea, I don't know. Yeah, this
yeah, so the Under the Sea.
the Cobra or the Elsa or anything. They don't have
Yeah,
Basil
so you only
anything
had the
on board.
Basil, you didn't have the You're Welcome. Yeah, if you had the You're Welcome, you could have used the Under the Sea because you could have checked the Cobra. Yeah, so definite outs, the Under the Sea, but just not enough.
Absolutely. And well played by AWILP. All whip. All whip. All whelp.
Oh,
Whelp.
well.
Oh, whelp.
Oh, well.
Whelp.
That was an Australian accent.
Oh,
Yeah, like I'm just trying to do the math because the Under the Sea, you had, because you would have had the amount to sing Under the Sea if you had it early.
Yeah, Donald. So I think he got the Under the Sea off of the You're Welcome, but he used one of his singers to be able to sing it.
Yeah, tough. But
Okay.
great go of it. Great job, Najib. Great job to both players. Are we?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's game three. All right. That was fun. I enjoyed the bonus. I enjoyed the bonus Lorcana.
For sure. More is always going to be better than less, I feel. But still,
Yeah.
it was a great night, at least for me coming back and seeing the ICL back. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I know I never get tired, but I am a little fatigued right now after a long, arduous night and day of travel. But I would not miss this opportunity for the world to see the ICL return in season number 3 and to share this spot with Liam and be here. So if you guys want more Liam, I understand Liam is about to go live into the dojo right now.
Just a little hangout. Just a little hangout.
Vibrational stream, and I'm glad you're doing that. I'm glad that more people are starting to find Twitch and to do that. I love that I told you you'd be good at it, and I'm glad you're doing it. So make sure you guys kick it with Liam in the after show. It's going to be a complete vibrational harmony. But Luke's going to come back. What we got going on tomorrow, Luke?
We're going to be watching the ETB matchup. Here, let me open it up to double check. I do believe they're playing against Select Few, but I'm going to double check.
I've heard of that team.
Yes.
I've heard they're pretty good. ETB.
So we decided to start our matches off with the finalists, from the first season. So SLTC get the 2-1, and then who knows? We'll see if returning team, who also made top cut in season 1, Select Few, is able to dethrone ETB. They had a break. They've got a bunch of new players from a few different teams. And we'll see if that's what it takes. It's a nice little pump up. We saw Asuka join SLTC, and she took that first round for him. Clutch. So let's see how that is. We have a lot of new teams, a lot of new players to watch. It should be a great time. Same bat channel, same bat time.
ICL's back, baby.
Make sure you tell your friends too. If you guys are enjoying the ICL, make sure you let people know what's happening with the ICL. And it's just a great place to see some wonderful Lorcana throughout the week. It's usually Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I'll try to come whenever I can, and I'll be here. Liam will be here whenever he can. The whole crew will be here, man. So come on through
as often as they can,
and whenever I can, I'll try to come through. It's always nice to be here with you, Liam, as well. And thank you guys all for watching the program. But we'll see you back at it again tomorrow with more ICL action. Don't touch that dial, or actually, you do not touch that dial. You're gonna go hang out with Liam for a little while, or something.
If you want.
No, you're going to. No want. Okay, get your butts over there and hang out with Liam. Engage.
Yeah, maybe JD will even be on the show. Who knows? Probably not.
I have
maybe.
I have to go pick up my non-driving daughter from work.
Oh no!
Driving test.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah,
all right, but I might stop by. Who knows?
Yeah, you should.
We shall see. All right.
Right on.
But bye-bye.
Bye.